What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the NFL season. Week 1 is almost in the wraps. We are actually recording this right before Monday Night Football, and you're going to get our Monday Night Football reactions in a bit, though. But this whole recording is before that, at the very least. I'm Matt.
I'm Tom.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Dean.
A little bit different from the usual way that I do things.
I was going to say, that snuck up on me a little
I
bit.
was very confused.
It didn't. The reason I did that, obviously, is because the NFL season is back. It's back in full swing.
Tell them you did it because this is the biggest podcast in ball game history.
So is that part of the new intro? Is that the thing?
I mean, if it's the biggest episode, you got to tell people
this is a pretty big episode.
Do you think it's the biggest episode?
I think it's Overreaction Monday is what I think it is.
So
that's
no better way to start off Overreactions than saying this is the biggest episode in the history of the ball game podcast.
The point. Exactly. Yeah. I'm glad we tied that one in a bow.
That was good.
So last night was actually one of the most legendary nights of football I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Week 1 as a whole was pretty good, but Week 1 of Sunday Night Football put an absolute bow on the first Sunday of football.
Would you see that on a pillow somewhere or something?
So I want to do this like this. So we're gonna stitch out. And you guys are going to see our reaction to Monday Night Football because it's Tuesday morning. Instant reaction to Monday Night Football. Here it is.
A 27-24 comeback win for the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. The first Monday Night Football of the NFL season. What a crazy game that was. The Bears had full control early on. Caleb Williams was looking smooth in the Ben Johnson offense. And then all of a sudden the entire script flipped after J.J. McCarthy threw a pick 6. So we are recording this right after the game. What are immediate takeaways, fellas? Tom, get us started.
Like you said, Caleb looked great. He started 10 for 10 and ended the game 21 for 35. So that's 11 for 25 after that. Started the game great and then just was terrible after that. And then J.J. was the exact opposite. He started the game pretty terrible and then he got comfortable, and Vikings pulled away the W. I mean, we were obviously sitting there watching it, but Caleb you said it a bunch of times, Caleb looked uncomfortable and never quite settled in. And even though he was 10 for 10, I guess he was settled in and then got unsettled. And he's just always – I feel like he's just always looking for the big play. He's always looking to do the most, and and he's just got to learn to take what's given to him and put some touch on those throws because he's just throwing heat-seeking missiles out there.
Yeah, I feel like he very easily gets into his own head. You know, he starts 10 for 10, and then you maybe start to overthink things or maybe get too confident. And at the first sign of, adversity, he reverts back to being who he's been through his career so far, is sporadic, off balance, poor decision maker, who can extend the play, but it never seems to work out for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I mean, I thought overall his decisions were fine. It was just the actual quarterbacking. He just wasn't accurate at all. I mean, the one that stands out is DJ Moore running wide open, butt booty naked in the end zone, and he overthrows him by 10 feet. I was scrolling on Twitter to see if anyone has any good stats or anything, and it says Caleb Williams would be mad good if he just had 8-foot-tall wide receivers, which I guess would help. But, I mean, Bears offense scored on their opening drive, and then the rest of the game, punt, turnover on downs, punt, field goal, punt, missed field goal, punt that was blocked.
Wow.
It's pretty bad. And, sticking on the Bears side, I thought their defense, they had the pick 6 on JJ. They got off to a hot start. They had the pick 6 on JJ, but I feel like after that pick 6, they kind of let up. I guess they were gassed a little because the offense wasn't giving them any points, but they were stopping the run for the majority of the game. And then in that fourth quarter, I feel like Jordan Mason started breaking off some longer runs, and they got gassed towards the end there too.
Yeah, it was I was saying it, like you said before, Caleb just doesn't look comfortable in a clean pocket. It just looks like he's constantly trying. Yes, he's dying to get out of the pocket and try to just run around and do some crazy shit. The one that comes to mind for me is the fact that he stepped out of bounds with his toe. He just kept moving and moving and drifting and drifting. And we're thinking yo, throw the football, or throw it away. Do something. Don't just keep running towards the sideline. And then when it's too late, he tries to make the throw. And on the flip side, I feel like the Vikings defense got very comfortable as it kept going. They got very comfortable, and Brian Flores started to heat him up. And I think that's what changed Caleb's whole mindset. Once the pressure started getting to him, it just doesn't – he doesn't feel like the type of quarterback that can deliver when a guy's in his face. And it's just his feet just they move way too much. He can't plant and go in the direction that he's trying to go with his receiver. He just so many miscues by him and missed opportunities. And I don't really think it was Ben Johnson necessarily, because I think like some of these receivers were wide open, like butt booty ass wide open.
Yeah.
He's just sailing it 5 yards over their head. But on the other side, quick thought on JJ McCarthy. They were trolling me a little bit after JJ threw that pick six, and I was like, yeah, this is ugly. This ain't good. And then JJ turned up, and that shows a lot of character for a guy. In his first real NFL start in a regular season game, the guy throws a pick six, goes down, what was it, 17-3? Or was it even that?
No, I don't think it was that bad.
Whatever it was. But regardless, like, he could fold like a lawn chair. Instead, what does he do? He has the best stretch of the remainder of the game. He balls out, has 3 touchdowns, and the Vikings go on to win. So shout out my boy JJ, and KOC got in his bag a little bit there. So
Yeah, the Vikings offensive line too. I mean, we were saying it the whole first half and everything. Like, they were terrible, and then opened up some run gaps, like you said, for Mason. Aaron Jones got out a little bit, but yeah, JJ, I mean, like you said, for a guy in his first game to throw a pick six, and a bad one at that, like, not that any of them are good, but like, I was all him, and to just shake it off and come back from it, that's impressive.
The whole team. I mean, the Bears got off to a scorching hot start the first half. Like, they looked like they had the game in the bag. We were looking around like, oh, this is going to be a boring one. The Vikings look terrible. But to the Vikings' credit, they turned the whole thing around, offense and defense, once they started bringing the pressure, and JJ started to kind of get settled into what he was doing with the game plan. Yeah, I think the Vikings looked amazing in the second half.
Yeah. I mean, what a luxury of riches that Brian Flores has. Obviously, they're, great up front along the D-line, but having linebackers like Van Ginkel and Ivan Pace who, could get to the quarterback, who could blitz, who are fast getting in those gaps too, and you could send them from every which direction. Like, it's no wonder Caleb looks so puzzled and confused out there, because it's just damn near impossible to know where the heat's coming from. Dallas Turner, too, got in there a few times. Like, it's literally impossible to know where the heat's coming from on this defense. So
I remember that being a talking point last season of quarterbacks, like even the Staffords and the Rodgers of the world, with the high IQ quarterbacks, when they go up against B-Flow, he like puts them in a trance, and they can't solve the puzzle right away. So,
you just never know where it's coming from,
right.
And he gives you so many different looks. It could be so many different guys, and then you have these guys start moving around, before the snap too. That's when shit gets real tricky. So
he's the best at the pre-snap, post-snap.
Yeah.
He's by far the best at it. But
what's our panic meter on the Bears and Caleb Williams? 1 to 10.
I mean, if he keeps playing like that, it's going to be a repeat of rookie year. I mean, you can't be scared to stand strong in the pocket. You can't just you can't look more comfortable on the run. You just can't and be successful.
I'm not panicking too much. Probably I didn't have super high expectations for them as far as like being really competitive in the NFC.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4. I mean, the offense clicked early. There's something there. It just, you went up against a mastermind defensive coordinator, as we just described them, and you went up against a really good team. And obviously in their division, they're going to have to play 5 more really good games, against these teams. But it's going to take time to gel together like any new system.
I'd be less concerned if Caleb didn't look as flustered as he did, just in the face of pressure, like just sailing everything. I'm gonna say a 4. Nothing crazy yet, but if this happens again like next week, then start sounding the panic alarms. He may not be that guy. Like,
I feel like I'm more at like a 6.
Say it.
Nah. Just at a 6. I think Caleb kind of there's a blueprint to stop Caleb, and it's give him pressure, and he'll fold almost immediately.
Bro, look at how he was falling. Literally folding.
Right. Like bro's trying to get flop calls in the NFL. Like,
Sometimes it works if you're Mahomes.
Sometimes it works, but not if you're Caleb Williams. I mean, every team in the NFL that is facing the Bears this year just watched that game and said, "Oh, that was easy." You didn't bring pressure first half, fine. Turn up the heat, and he immediately turns off as a quarterback. Doesn't know what to do.
I think the pressure stuff could be like worked out with time and like more reps and things like that. I'm more worried about his accuracy, dude. He's just not accurate, and like that's something that like I don't know if it's really truly fixable. I don't know if it's something with his throwing motion. Like I don't know what the fix is there, but like even the times where he did stand and deliver in the pocket, like he just missed dudes. On out routes, the timing's always off on, any type of timing route. And then even on the deep balls, I mean, last year he was one of the least accurate quarterbacks in the league in terms of the deep ball. And I feel like that kind of carried over tonight. Again, that one to DJ Moore, I mean, that would have changed the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm worried about his accuracy. I'd probably give it like a 4, though. I think I still want to, see it through a little bit. But
it is a little concerning that, like, he looked like the exact same quarterback he was last year. So obviously again it's game 1, so but like I said, it needs time.
I thought he looked a little better.
Yeah.
In the first quarter, he was pretty good.
First quarter was very good.
Which is, I mean, last year.
4 quarters of football.
No, 100%. I was about to say though, last year he was for the most part bad for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
So
fair enough.
At least he gave us 1.
Fair enough.
I think the offense as a whole looked better, but I'm not ready to be like it was because of Caleb. They had a revamped offensive line and one of the best offensive minds in the game. Like, yeah, they looked better in the first quarter, but
right, they overhauled their offense. Better is the floor. Like it has to be better.
Right. Caleb came out and executed a clear game plan that they had going in, but once adjustments had to be made, he couldn't make the adjustments.
100%. No, you're right.
Real quick, needs to be said, there is a major lesson to be learned late game for Ben Johnson there, because they didn't onside kick it. They didn't kick it out of the back of the end zone and essentially lost the 2-minute warning and lost any shot of getting the ball back with any significant time.
And used the timeout before that on 3rd and short.
Yeah, very weird clock management by Ben Johnson, but
it's his
first NFL game. Like, he'll learn from that.
Glenn was doing the same stuff with the Jets. The Jets ended the game with 1 timeout left. It was like, we burned 2 in the first couple minutes of the fourth quarter. It was stupid.
It's
rookie head coach stuff.
Yeah, it's something they learned. Real quick, I'll flip that and ask you guys, what's your confidence in the Vikings? Did they figure it out in the second half, or was that just a mirage?
Whatever number I was at going into the game, I don't know if I'm fully sold on JJ yet, I guess. I mean, he had a good second half. I think the defense really carried, which is going to be the story most of the year. That defense is phenomenal, but I think JJ will have to be better. Like, it was cool that he had 3 touchdowns, but he wasn't particularly great.
No.
Right, as bad as the Bears were in the second half or outside the first quarter, like they still almost won this game. They were still very much in this game. So, JJ will have to be better. First game as a pro, he should be, but Vikings have maybe the best roster on paper outside of that.
And no Darisaw, no Addison.
Right.
So
I'm not too concerned about the offense. Well, I'm not concerned about the team as a whole. I think the offense will have growing pains, but they have such good of a roster, they'll find ways to win games.
Yeah.
It's not going to look the best. They'll probably win a ton of one-score games. I think it's really just going to be about getting it all together by the end of the season, and I'm not expecting it to be all together till the end of the season.
Okay. I mean, he showed a ton of poise, which I guess is all you could ask for. But, I mean, outside of the fourth quarter, it was pretty bad for him.
Oh, no,
he was pretty bad. So.
Yeah.
They went into the fourth quarter, and he had like 48 passing yards or some shit. So it was a rough one. But, hey, man, Hopefully that was him figuring it out and learning the NFL game a little bit. So
Came through, won the game. That's what matters.
that's all that matters. JJ McCarthy's a goddamn winner.
Yep.
That's what he is. So Sunday Night Football was electric, amazing, phenomenal. Every single word that you can use to describe it, it lived up to and even exceeded those expectations. We got 2 MVPs going head to head. We got 2 AFC title contenders going head to head. And we got the game of the year on the first Sunday of the year. What a night it was. 42-40 or 41-40 was the final score. Bills over the Ravens, and that was play after play, insane MVP moment after insane MVP moment on both sides of the football. Josh Allen was special down the stretch, and Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry went to absolute work. And then Derrick Henry did something that he never does. He put the ball on the floor. And Josh Allen and the Bills took full advantage of that. What a string of events that was. What are our early reactions the next day to the greatest game of the year, quite frankly?
I've seen Tom Brady come back from down 28-3 in the Super Bowl. I've seen Peyton Manning throw 7 touchdowns in a game. Josh Allen last night was the best quarterback, played like the best quarterback performance I've ever seen in my life. That was incredible. He was absolutely carving up this Ravens defense that many projected to be the best in the NFL. At home, he was down but never out. It was cinema. It was pure cinema. It doesn't get better than that. Games like that are why you watch football. 80 points on Sunday Night Football, especially after only 2 games hit their over yesterday. Jets Steelers, ironically, the lowest projection of the 2 games, and that game. So especially after a little snooze fest 4:00 game stretch, that was electrifying.
What Josh Allen did in that fourth quarter was pretty unheard of. I mean, it's so interesting because I feel like it's so, like, as a basketball fan, you see guys like heat up more often than you do in football, I feel like. And like, quarterbacks don't always have but even the top guys, Pat Mahomes, like, not every game is a masterclass game. It's not like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander averaging 30 for the season. But Josh Allen deadass tapped into God mode last night in that fourth quarter. He had over 200 yards, had a passing touchdown. He had a full game's worth of stats in the fourth quarter last night. And they needed every single second of it. And, I mean, there's really not many words. Like, that's just something that's the game of the year. You're not going to see a better game than that all season. It's a shame that we have 17 more weeks to go, and that was the peak of it.
It's downhill from here.
It's downhill from here, but, I mean, on both sides, I mean, just some of the more elite football play you're going to see. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson was pretty exceptional. Obviously, Derrick Henry over, 125 rushing yards in the first half, probably even more than that, about something like that. I mean, just greatness on both sides. Sucks that the Ravens lost a big game, but they'll bounce back. They'll be fine.
It was really crazy the moment Derrick Henry fumbled that ball, because you don't want to take away from the performance that was, but it sours it. You don't want to say he lost the game, but he lost the game. I mean, you're up by 15 points with 4 minutes left, 5 minutes left, whatever it was. I think it was 5 minutes. I don't know. But losing that ball right there is a complete momentum shift. When you're the Bills at home, you get the crowd right back into the game. That was it. That's the moment you knew it was over. Josh Allen, there was no way he wasn't scoring that football. And another thing I wanted to bring up was the Ravens 4th and 3 that they didn't go for, that Chris Collinsworth shouted out. Or was it the other commentator? One of them shouted it out on the broadcast. Should they be going for it right now? And in my head, I was like, why not? I don't think so. But they definitely 100% should have went for it. Josh Allen was on, like you said, a heater. There's no way Josh Allen wasn't scoring the football. Right. So you couldn't just hand it back to him. You couldn't punt it away and give it back to Josh Allen. You knew what the outcome was going to be. I think they came out this morning saying Lamar was gassed or couldn't go for it on 4th and 3, which I think is BS. You know, you're an NFL quarterback. You're in crunch time. You go for it on 4th and 3, even if you have to hand it to your 200.
Was that just like a report, or someone actually said that?
I think it was a Shefty.
Just someone
Really? I was
spewing
gonna say, 'cause
nonsense.
I
They did
don't
not
believe
go
that for a
for it because of Lamar Jackson. was
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't
tired.
believe that.
They
for
made a
second.
decision to punt the
You saw
ball.
that though, right?
Yeah, they made a
okay.
decision to
I
punt the
cannot.
ball. It's
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's crazy.
I agree with you. I think
100%.
with like
Especially the way.
you got to go out on your terms. You know what I mean? If you don't get it, you don't get it. Like they're in field goal range, fine. He was gonna march down the field anyway and score. Like
You hadn't stopped him in 20 minutes.
yeah,
He literally instantly got to the 1 yard line.
Right.
You said it, bro. He was actually in God mode. Like, he was in God mode.
Unfuckwithable.
No, bro. Like,
Frozen creative.
one of the notes I put down was literally just these guys are too good at football for any defense to stop them. Like, it's just they get to the line, and if they see something, then they're just gonna make an adjustment. Like, it's crazy because also we were at the playoff game when Baltimore and Buffalo played each other, and it just seems like there's something about Baltimore playing in Buffalo that the luck just is not there, because the string of events that occurred for that what was it? Who caught that in the end zone? Keon Coleman off the tip ball. What the fuck was that? How often does Derrick Henry fumble the football? What the fuck was that? It was just a crazy string of events where that crowd was pumping. That crowd was
rocking, bro.
going nuts,
Till they left.
bro. Yes,
Till they
some of
started
them
leaving.
did,
But it was
even-
still rocking,
It was still
bro.
rocking. Somehow, some way,
At
it was still
80%
rocking.
capacity, that shit was
which is
still
insane.
rocking,
No, the
bro.
whole game, I was saying to myself, dude, this place is vibrating.
Bro,
Playoff
those are my
atmosphere.
dogs, bro. I love Bills Mafia, man.
So,
But that's you
go
go.
ahead.
Sorry.
So something interesting. I said it in the chat like after the game. My immediate reaction was honestly, this is what the Ravens do in the beginning of the season. Harbaugh has blown 17 double-digit leads in the second half, which is the most since 1991, most in the NFL. But
Is that just you said like this is what they do in the beginning of the season? Is that a beginning of the season
no,
stat,
that's
or that's
in totality.
total? Yeah.
Beginning of the season though, in 2022 they blew a 21-point lead to Miami in week 2.
Yes.
23 they blow a 7-point lead to the Colts in week 3. 24 last year, week 1, 7-point lead to the Chiefs, and then follow it up week 2, 10-point lead to the Raiders. So this always happens for the Ravens. So they'll get right and they'll be one of the best teams in the NFL. But what a tough blow to start the season with. And then, like you said about the Buffalo Magic, they blew a 15-point lead to Buffalo last night. It was a 7-point lead in that playoff game. And in 2022, week 4, they blew a 17-point lead to them. 17-point lead to them. So yeah, it's just something. Buffalo's just got their number, I guess. But man, it was. Like, I wrote it off in the third. I'm like, man, the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. Like, there's no one can stop Derrick Henry and Lamar yet again, which is still true.
Yeah.
But they collapsed. They collapsed.
I fell asleep.
Many did.
I will admit I fell asleep and missed the end of that football game. I had to go back today and watch the remainder of it. I had my cousin freaking the fuck out saying, yo, wake up. Do you see what's happening?
No way you were sleeping before
Pretty
him.
embarrassing.
No
I
way
probably
you were-
wouldn't have
there's no
even
way-
admitted that on the podcast.
No way you were sleeping before him.
Like,
I knocked out
that's
cold
pretty
on the
bad.
couch.
I thought
How-
you had a bedtime.
Out cold, bro.
How did he
Out
go to
cold.
bed without you putting him to bed?
Wait.
Singing in
He
He
wasn't
tucked
even in
you
bed.
in bed after.
Wait. You missed just for you to fall asleep?
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, tuck you in, bro.
I was out fucking cold, and he woke me up on 2 separate occasions saying, do you see what is happening? And the second time he goes, bro, the Bills just won the football game. I go, what do you mean the Ravens were up 15? And sure enough, yeah, I watched it today, and it was just the Josh Allen masterclass down the stretch. So Keon Coleman coming out party too, by the way.
Yo, bro, that's something to note. I feel like these end-of-career corners who have been switching teams lately are just cooked when they get to the new...
Finished.
Yo, he got toasted, bro. Keon Coleman sunned his ass.
Was that him that got?
nearly
Yo.
tears ACL when
Yo.
Keon juked
Yeah.
him, and then he luckily tripped him up.
Yo, snatched his ankles, bro.
I said it in the
Oh
group
my
chat. I was
God.
like, man, if you get your ankle snatched on the last play of the game, I thought it was Wiggins. I didn't even realize it
By
was Jackson,
Keon
but-
Coleman, not known for being
Right.
shifty.
Right. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. That's you gotta hang him
You
up.
getting cooked, bro.
Yeah, he was.
You would have
rather.
rather him gone into the end zone, by the way. Much rather him have scored that touchdown after he tripped him up.
Yeah, that's a mistake in and of itself, tackling him there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Keon Coleman's ass was going
was
into
going
that
straight
end
in that
zone.
end zone.
So his
Yeah.
eyes light up, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
the highlight, bro. Yeah, the highlight clip.
He wasn't even like he blacked out. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't even thinking. It was pure adrenaline.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
a game from him, man. He looked awesome.
he looked
the whole
great, bro.
receiving core looked good.
And it was funny because in like the second quarter, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, man, Josh is out here like doing all these things, extending plays, but he's just missing the go-to guy. Like he's getting out and he's looking for anyone. He's not looking for someone. You know what I mean? And then Keon just turned up.
No, he turned up. His routes look crisp. Obviously, like, you know, he's a big body, like at the catch point. But I thought his route running was like real. Like he was getting open, bro, which is, you know, a good sign from Keon Coleman and his development. I mean, they raved about him all summer. So
Yeah.
to see it like come to fruition in the first game was pretty cool.
James Cook looked great too. He was
He did.
awesome.
He played
James
really
Cook is
good.
a dog, bro.
Yeah.
He's so good. It's a shame because we all said he won't score 16 touchdowns again this year. But if you take his pace after week 1, he's on pace to go for 17.
He sure is.
Wow,
So
that's
he's-
kind of crazy.
Yo.
The Eagles
okay.
just traded for Tank Bigsby.
Wow.
That's
Yo, it's
pretty
so
insane.
up for ETN. Oh my
Yo,
God.
it's so up for tootin', bro.
That's
Oh my
insane.
God,
It's
that's
tootin'
so up for
time.
ETN.
That's weird.
Wow, I can't believe they traded Bigsby of the guys.
Yeah.
And why the Eagles? Yo, Will Shipley looked good on his 3 touches.
I don't know why they didn't give him the football more.
Saquon's coach.
The rich get richer.
Oh, yeah, I might have to trade Saquon in Dynasty.
Is he hurt?
No, but Bigsby's going to eat into his workload.
To shine a little spotlight on the other side of the ball because there wasn't much defense, bro. Ed Oliver, after one game, is the defensive player of the year.
Easily.
What the fuck got into him last night?
He's
Because
on one, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Bosa looked
Little.
solid.
he
He didn't look great, but he looked like something that the Bills were missing, which helps Ed Oliver
Yeah.
have the performance that he has.
He looked like he's been in the league for 10 years, but he's still Bosa. He's still
Yeah.
Joey
Yeah,
Bosa.
he wasn't
Yeah.
like a game wrecker, but like he was a pass rusher,
cool.
Did his
better
thing
than
out
what Von Miller was. you know?
Yeah.
he looked cool. He looked solid. Yeah, they got a stable there. They were playing down a couple corners too. Like they were playing a rookie 6th round pick in this one. So, I mean, I only expect that defense to get better. But that run defense is going to be a problem all year, and it has been for forever for them. So
It is a problem, but you don't face Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
every
you also
game.
went up against the-
Fortunately for them.
I know, but
And apparently it doesn't matter.
They did
Right.
a good job in the game we were at. Like you said in the chat, like his yards per carry were good, but like for the most part, there weren't really many like big runs in the
no,
playoffs.
they limited him in the playoffs.
And I mean, that's also what's his name? What the fuck's his name?
A play caller problem.
Yeah, what the fuck's his name? Why am I
Um,
blanking on it?
Oh my God, I am too.
Yo, why am I?
McDermott?
No,
No, their
the
play
Ravens
caller.
OC.
Oh, the Ravens.
Todd
Todd Monken. Todd
Yes.
Monken. Yeah, I don't know why I just completely blanked on his name, but yeah, that was kind of a Todd Monken thing in the playoff game. They just didn't give him the rock enough, but they did a good job containing him
They
in
also
that
That's
game.
didn't.
kinda- That's
They didn't
kinda
have
why
Zay
they-
Flowers.
That's true too. Yeah, he was a difference maker last night. He was big time last night.
Zay was balling.
But that's kind of why they lost this game too. They went up and they stopped giving Derrick Henry the ball. They gave it to Justice Hill, who had 2 carries for like negative 14
7
yards or something like that. Like, and then Henry in the third quarter had like 14, 15 carries, which is a good amount. But it's Derrick freaking Henry. Like if you
No,
gotta
give him the proper Derek.
it's Derrick fucking Henry.
There it
Like,
is.
It is. It's Derrick fucking Henry. Give
then-
that man the rock.
Then they gave him the ball and he coughed it up.
All right,
did.
but that doesn't.
He just doesn't
often
do that.
happen,
Like,
man.
yeah, I guarantee you,
did
he will
it.
not fumble.
He
again
did it
this
last
season.
night.
Like, granted, it's a week 1 game and it doesn't mean anything in the
It does.
long term, but like it does for seeding and like Dean's saying, like we could move on from it and say like it probably won't happen again, but we could also acknowledge
Keep it in
like
the back of your mind.
he not even to keep it in the back of the mind. Like I'm not gonna say like, oh,
They're
you gotta
gonna
watch
go
out
for the ball
you gotta
now.
watch
No, I
out for
agree,
Derrick
like,
Henry to
yeah.
fumble going forward. But we should acknowledge like Derrick Henry had a costly fumble that in
Yeah.
turn lost him the game. Like, you know,
He's 31.
I mean, it's not our jobs to, but hold him accountable.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
I do
like-
not want my job to be holding Derrick Henry accountable.
That's what I'm saying. Like you'd like to give him a pass because of how well he played. Like they were only in that position because of how good he was. But then also like handed the ball back to the hottest quarterback that the world has ever seen in the middle of being hot.
imagine Lamar threw an interception there instead of a Derrick Henry fumble.
Right, we'd be flaming Lamar Jackson all day long.
I
The
mean,
whole
I'd
pod would
never
be
do that.
a
I like
Lamar
it.
Jackson roast sesh.
Yeah.
It would.
I mean,
I agree.
It's
I thought-
different. Is it different?
I guess not, but at the same time, it's like he doesn't do that. You know, like
No, I know,
we would
but he
also get up here
did.
and say the
Lamar
only
doesn't
reason
really
they were
throw
in the game
picks
is
either.
because of Lamar. Like, you know.
Lamar threw how many picks last year?
Yeah,
Not
but
that
I
many?
never give him that benefit of the doubt. He doesn't deserve that benefit of the doubt.
No, because he hasn't
If he
won the
threw
playoffs.
if he threw a pick in the most costly moment of the game, that's what we'd be talking about. I
Yeah,
don't care
yeah.
about what you did for 58 minutes.
Yeah.
You choked the
fair.
game. You choked the game. Derrick
No,
Henry
100%.
choked the game.
Yeah, you
you know?
gotta hold him
just-
accountable. Absolutely.
I thought in general their play calling at the very end of that game before they gave the ball back, I thought it was awful. Like I wrote it down. You have a pissed off Derrick Henry, and we're handing it on an end around to Zay Flowers, and then throw short of the sticks. I'm gonna be honest. I know Derrick fumbled. I'm giving him the ball 3 times.
Oh, 100%.
Right, yeah. If
3
Lamar
fucking
throws a
times.
pick, you're not going to tell him not to throw the ball. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just
I
agree.
hated the play calling there. That was god awful.
They were playing to not lose. They weren't playing to win.
Yes. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. I didn't understand.
I think that's a
the
great
whole
way to put it. Like, that's why they choke these leads so many times. They just get way too conservative, and like they.
thing. Is there an overreaction to this game?
Nah, like I said, the Ravens do this.
Overreaction. Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league is the most
that
overreaction,
even
but it's
an
really not
overreaction?
even overreaction.
It's not an overreaction anymore.
But that's where I'm standing. That's where I'm planting my flag. Is Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
after
not
watching him
against
play
that.
last night.
I'm not against that.
Yeah.
But
I don't agree, but I can't really
Yeah. Yeah.
argue
I'm
it.
in that camp. Yeah.
I think my reaction from last night, and it's not even like a Lamar Jackson did bad thing, but there's a reason to me why there's a gap between Lamar and Josh. Josh gets into a mode that in big moments, in clutch moments, that I haven't seen Lamar tap into.
Like
And
a flow state.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, dead us. I haven't
legitimately, yeah.
seen Lamar in a big moment. Like I've seen Lamar have obviously out of body games, like insane, games. But in the big moment, gotta have it. I've never seen Lamar do something like that.
No.
I mean, there's very few guys who have
I was gonna say
done
I haven't
something
really
like
seen
that.
anyone do something
Yeah,
like that, but yeah. But I get your point.
that's
Not
the
in
reason
the,
why.
especially not in the playoffs. That's for sure.
Right.
Week 1 though was a perfect way to finish Sunday night.
We
Yeah,
needed
first
that,
Sunday
bro.
football
We
game.
needed
Really
that
good.
game to be great, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. But as I just stated, I asked what the overreactions were for Sunday Night Football in general, but we all came up with 2 overreactions apiece of the entirety of the week of NFL football to this point. Maybe the Monday Night Football gives us a few, and you'll have already heard about that, but we do have a couple overreactions, and I'll get us started. The Green Bay Packers are the favorites to come out of the NFC, and obviously with that statement, Super Bowl contenders. Are there any responses to that one?
I mean, I want to let you have your moment. Tell us why. But I agree. Long story short, I felt like they completely dominated that game, and I feel like there's another gear or two that they could tap into. I felt like they really didn't show us too much, honestly.
Parsons only played what 45% of snaps.
40%.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was very simple what
yeah.
they did, yeah, and they absolutely dicked down. Like I definitely feel like there's another level that they can get to.
Jordan Love was really good on third down, might I say. I feel like the Lions had them on the ropes a few times, and Jordan Love just keeps pulling through. Those third down conversions were so costly for the Lions defense. Like, it must be so deflating to be on that other side of the ball when he just continuously is dotting you up on third down. Credit to LaFleur on those play calls on third down, but I think that was a huge part of the game.
And you didn't even get a great Josh Jacobs game. Like, it was just dominated by the defense, and then, like you said, Jordan Love was money on third down and through the whole game, and guys were making plays when they needed to. Tucker Kraft was really good yesterday. Like I said, and that run game is gonna run people over at some point. So I completely agree. They have another gear they could tap into.
Every receiver was good yesterday, and they spread the wealth, which I think is honestly dangerous in a way because Jordan Love is just going out there, and whatever the play call is, whoever's open, that's who we're getting the football. I think obviously every team could benefit from having an alpha dog number one receiver, but when every single guy has the capabilities of getting open on any single play, I think it works to his advantage. And I mean, number one, the offensive line is elite. And just going down the entire team, they have every single making of a legitimate Super Bowl winner and a Super Bowl contender. I think this defense has the opportunity to be a top 5 unit in the entire NFL. And Micah Parsons was only getting started, but the 3 pressures that Micah Parsons had led to game-wrecking plays on every single one. A sack, the pick in the red zone, and I forgot what the other one was, but I believe it was an incomplete pass by Jared Goff. Like, this team is unbelievable. And with the Eagles on the other side showing cracks in the formation, I think the Packers are the team to beat. And it's only 1 week, but that is what I viewed from week 1 of NFL football.
Parsons, too, like Rashawn Gary had a good game because of Micah Parsons. Lucas Van Ness had a great game because of Micah Parsons, and that's kind of something we talked about. When you get Micah, everybody's life gets a little bit easier on both sides of the ball. Yeah, I completely agree. I think the Packers are the top dogs in the NFC.
It's kind of scary. I was looking at the box score. I wasn't keeping track during the game, but Jordan Love completed a pass to 10 different receivers. That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't know who the ball's going to next, and you have so much talent, and I know it's not a lot of high-end talent, but, you got your Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Golden, the rookie, Tucker Kraft, Josh Jacobs out of the back. Like, they got a ton of solid offensive weapons for Jordan Love to turn to, and you don't know what's coming next, and that was huge.
Wait, you guys think the Packers are the best team in the NFC?
I do.
I do not.
I don't either. Not yet.
Yeah? They're damn close.
I think it's still the Eagles.
Yeah,
The
you still
Eagles
wanna
are
go
the team
Eagles,
to
that's
beat.
fine.
I mean, until I see actual regression from the Eagles, which week 1, the Cowboys, I think their offense just looked really good. I think the Eagles are definitely the team to beat.
Yeah. I think the only push for concern with the Packers is their secondary. I mean, they had a good game in this one, but I mean, the team was firing on all cylinders. Their opponent also was firing on no cylinders, which makes the guys in the secondary look better than they are probably, but I think it's Xavier McKinney is obviously a staple. Their safeties are great. Their safety duo is great, but I just don't love their cornerback room, which I think could be the Achilles heel of this team, but that's just nitpicking, finding a weakness. I mean, other than that, they're loaded at every single level. So
Yeah.
I like Valentine. I think Valentine's a very good corner. He played well last year. He played through the first game. He played phenomenal. I mean,
he's cool. I don't know. I feel like what's his first name?
Carrington.
Yeah, if Carrington Valentine's your number one corner, you're probably not looking too hot.
If you have elite pass rushers and elite safeties, I think you can make up for
100%,
Nate
100%.
Hobbs, too, right?
He didn't play.
No,
Oh, he didn't play, right?
Did not play
Okay.
in this
No,
one.
I knew that's why I
that'll
was like-
help too. Like
Yeah, I like
that
Nate
will help
Hobbs.
as he comes back. I mean,
Again, don't love him as your number one.
Right,
but he's
yeah,
a good player.
but like I said, the only reason I say that is because the Eagles basically had half of their defensive roster get stripped, and I think we didn't pay enough attention to that this offseason. Like, I know Jalen Carter went out, but the glaring holes are still there. There's no CB2 on that team either. And then, not to mention, you lose a good chunk of your pass rush from last year in Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, and Brandon Graham retired. Like, there was a glaring hole there, and
I don't know if it was I'd go and say it was a glaring hole. I mean, it definitely didn't look as good as last year, but it's also week 1, and it's, like you said, a fairly new collection of dudes. I think they'll be just fine. It's the Eagles. If you're concerned for the Eagles, it's their pass rush.
my concern
they'll be fine.
is both pieces that I said, and they work hand in hand. That's part of the issue. But like I said, obviously this is Overreaction Monday, but I believe in this overreaction. I think the Packers are the best team in the NFC. So, but yeah, anyone else want to?
I'll piggyback off of that. My overreaction, it's something I've already said, but the Detroit Lions are going to miss the NFL playoffs. They looked absolutely terrible, as you mentioned, 27-13, and this is actually similar to the Packers-Lions from last year, where the score doesn't indicate how bad it was because the Lions were terrible. Isaac Tesla saved the day in terms of the box score, but
Crazy catch.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lions, Dan Campbell, run the ball down your throat and bite your kneecaps. Had David Montgomery run the ball 11 times for 25 yards, 2.3 a carry. Jahmyr Gibbs, 9 attempts for 19 yards, 2.1 a carry. And it gets worse.
No.
Within those nine attempts for 19 yards, Jahmyr Gibbs' longest run was 14 yards. You take that away. Jahmyr Gibbs had 8 carries for 5 yards, 0.6 per carry. The team had a 49.3 PFF run blocking grade, which was the 6th worst of the week, excluding this Monday Night Football game. And then my last fun stat about the run game. The Packers hit the Lions ball carriers behind the line of scrimmage on 16 of 22 carries, 72.7%, the highest rate the Lions have allowed in a game in the Dan Campbell era.
I just want to make a quick statement. You, and this isn't like a shot at you, but you undersold the loss of the all-pro center and Frank Ragnow, and in game one,
Who
it
did?
showed him.
Oh, I thought you were saying me.
And in game one, it just immediately smacked him in the mouth.
Yeah,
Like,
I apologize.
Yeah, how could you, bro? How could you
could
be
I?
wrong about a football take?
respect Frank Ragnow.
No, I'm glad it happened in week 1 and not in week 5 that this build-up happened. But yeah, no, they were definitely clearly sub
Yeah.
what they've been the last couple of years without their starting center.
And Ben Johnson.
I mean, you
And
get
Kevin Zeitler. The offensive arm was terrible.
Zeitler
Yeah,
too,
Kevin Zeitler was a underrated loss for them.
I mean, the run block, and, kind of similar to what we said about the Eagles defense just a few minutes ago. Like, it's a new unit. Like, maybe they'll, take a few games. You still have a blue chip player in Penei Sewell who will just help. But, I mean, other than Sewell, it was terrible across the board.
So bad.
In terms of run blocking, especially. Which is, I mean, that's how this team's going to go. You want to get, the run game going, Jared Goff under center, run some play action, and let Jared Goff cook from there. Because, I mean, my next point is about the pass offense. Jared Goff was 31 for 39, 225 yards. Looks solid, but PFF said no, Jared Goff, not solid. Jared Goff was PFF's second lowest graded passer of the week at a 45.7 grade. And then under pressure, his grade drops to 27.6, which was also second worst on the week behind someone we'll talk about later. To me, like, analysis-wise, not just looking at stats and reading stats, the play calling looks so vanilla.
Yep.
Yes.
The play calling looked
Yes,
so
it did.
vanilla. And we just haven't said that over the past 3 years about the Detroit Lions. I mean, they generated basically no explosive plays. It felt like everyone was bottled. I mean, Amon-Ra was bottled for the most part. J-Mo was, they had a game plan to not let J-Mo get open in space. I mean, Laporta did his thing, but it was kind of like a let Russell Westbrook shoot type of vibe.
right. Like, fine, you could have this.
Yeah, you could have Sam Laporta. So I thought the pass offense was pretty terrible too, but I think that's just that just builds off the run game being absolutely awful. And then the defense. I mean, we just talked about the Packers offense pretty much making it look easy, not having to do much at all. Jordan Love threw the ball 22 times. Like, Jordan Love had a good game. It wasn't like some Jordan Love master class. He
Didn't have to be.
Yeah, right.
He only threw the ball 22 times.
Right, he had a good game, but they allowed 0.16 EPA per play, and the EPA per play jumps up to 0.44 on passing plays. And then Terrion Arnold and new addition DJ Reed were targeted a combined 11 times. They allowed 8 receptions, 133 yards, and a touchdown, which is bad. They got torched.
Not good.
They got cooked.
They got torched. Aiden Hutchinson looked like a shell of himself, which is fine. It'll take time. I'm not really worried about that, but I am worried about this secondary. I don't think Terrion Arnold is good at football. Thus far in his NFL career, he has not been good at football.
Nope.
DJ Reed, I've said many, many times, I thought was very, very overrated. I thought his contract was well-deserved based on the stats he put up in the past, but I don't think DJ Reed's that good. I think if DJ Reed's your number one corner, you have a problem. He's a great complementary corner, but as the guy who you're depending on to be your number one, I don't love it. Especially, going up against the Packers receiving core, which doesn't have a true guy we just talked about, and they got absolutely torched. So, I think we all thought it may take time for the Lions with, a lot of new things going on, but I don't think it could have went worse for them.
everything you could have feared about the Lions going into the season came true in week 1, which is the biggest red flag you could have had. They are very clearly missing Ben Johnson. Everyone, they're missing Aaron Glenn. They're missing Ragnow, Zeitler, those guys that we talked about, and it just all came together horribly. Now, sucks you went up against the Packers week 1, but it shouldn't have been this bad, man. Like, I said it when we talked about the Lions before the season. Talent usually wins out. They still have talent on this roster, and it'll be better than this. But as far as, this is the Lions in this era. They want to win the NFC. They want to go to a Super Bowl. They want to win a Super Bowl, and you ain't doing it like this, man. Especially if you can't keep Jared Goff out of pressure, that's when he crumbles. When he's literally under pressure, he crumbles. So if you can't keep the pressure off of him, if he's got pass rushers in his face all day, it's going to be a long season.
Yeah, I mean, the overreaction is that the Lions are just fucked, basically.
Same old Lions.
I think they're fucked.
Lord, are we falling back to like
Same old
5 years ago? Oh, man.
It won't be that bad, but
No, it won't.
I thought the writing was on the wall. Like
Your hot take was they missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, and it's entirely possible. So,
they need to turn around quick. Whatever that playbook is, the next step to unlocking whatever's in there, they need to get to it in week 2, because if we see that, basic offense of what we saw, it's just not going to work.
we just go look at the 2024 playbook, open that up, and just say, here we
Right,
go,
I'm
guys.
sure we got Ben Johnson's old textbooks
playbook
in,
left there.
Right.
He had
Right?
to leave something behind,
So
right?
they better go find it.
Like,
They
someone's
better
got a
go find
copy of it somewhere.
yeah.
Come on.
I mean, especially if you're gonna
Well, Tanner
give,
Engstrom does.
Tanner Engstrand does. That's exactly who has it.
especially if you're gonna give up points that fast. I mean, the Packers scored on their first 3 drives.
Bro.
Like,
And
No answer, right?
they play Ben Johnson next week. That's not good.
Ben Johnson's going to have, I don't care how bad they may or may not look tonight, Ben Johnson's going to dial up his best stuff next week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
And
excited.
Me and Pete
That's
were.
Unless Caleb's ass. Then they
It
got
won't
both.
even matter.
Pete brought this up to me the other day. He said he thought he saw a stat like this somewhere, so I looked it up. If you start teams that start 0-2 since 1990, 11% of them have made the playoffs.
Wow.
Must win against the Bears next week.
100%.
Must
I
win.
agree.
That's a crazy stat, actually.
It is, yeah. I guess because
Getting off to a slow start in the NFL,
It's a
dude.
killer.
I say it all the time. Like, it's like the momentum thing
Yeah.
of your season. Like, guys check out very fast, and like for a sport that entails 53 dudes being on the same page, if one dude checks out, it's a ripple effect that
Right.
trickles down. Like, it's
Especially if it's a vet. You get a vet. to
slow
check out,
start in
right.
the NFL. Like, it's detrimental.
killer.
It's
Yeah.
detrimental to your
For
team.
sure.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on to my first one. So this is a game I'm very confused about. I didn't really love watching it after I picked it. I think Atlanta's so bad. I think they're going to win less than 5 games. I watched them play, and I hate the offensive play calling on that team. I think Bijan looked okay as a rusher. Penix threw for 300 yards, but it didn't look like it. Let me tell you this. It was check down after check down after check down after check down. They did not let that man push the ball up the field, and when he did, it was inaccurate every time. The only guy that they have is Drake London. Everybody else sucks. Ray McLeod was not good. Who else was their other guy?
Pitts.
Wait, don't say Casey Washington.
Casey Washington
Was their wide receiver 3. Not good. Also, what really bothered me about the Falcons offense was they gave Tyler Algier 10 carries to Bijan Robinson's 12. What are we doing? What are we doing? You have the most talented running back in the league behind Saquon Barkley, and we're giving the ball to Tyler Algier? Really? In
splitting carries
big
with Tyler.
moments, too.
Neither.
On the goal line, on 3rd and 1, we're giving the ball to Tyler Algier.
To be fair, neither one of them ran well.
I don't care.
So when I was looking at bets and stuff, Bijan didn't do well in the two. He didn't rush well in the 2 matchups against the Buccaneers last year.
Yes.
That's because you got Vita Vea, you got good decent D line.
They have a great run defense.
right, yeah.
They do.
But that's no excuse. I mean, you're Bijan Robinson. You gotta Bijan Robinson. You gotta beat out some tough matchups.
I agree though that the Tyler Algier gimmick in 2025 is getting old.
I
Yeah.
agree.
He's a talented player. He's one of the better second running backs in the league. But you have Bijan running back. You got Bijan Robinson, who's one of the best number 1 running backs in the league. Like, it's And again, going back to one of the points, I mean, if you guys are new here, I love talking about momentum within football. Like, you got to let that guy build momentum. I don't care if he starts out slow. Let him get going. The Saquon Barkleys, the Derrick Henrys, like, you don't go away from that even if it's a rough start. Keep feeding him and let him. All it takes is one.
Yeah.
All it takes is one. We saw it from Derrick Henry last night. Like, and granted, it's Derrick Henry. He's the king. But, like, once you get that one big run, like, it's a heat check. Like, you start heating up. And
Yeah.
I agree. Keep giving the ball to Tyler Algier. That, like, hurts Bijan's chances of doing so.
Yeah. And this Falcons defense, before I get too upset, I thought their pass rush was better. I will say that.
I have a stat.
I did see pressure.
I have a good stat.
Tell me.
The Falcons were one of 5 teams in week 1 to generate over 40% of pressure on 40% of their opponent's shot by.
And it looked like it. So the Buccaneers didn't have a good day. They didn't play good by any stretch.
no,
Their
terrible
offense was
offense.
pretty bad. Like, my next point was the Tampa Bay is also kind of cooked against anybody else that's not the Falcons without Wirfs and Godwin. Their offense looked pretty bad. They didn't have anybody. They had Sterling Shepard getting all these targets, and he's really not all that good.
In like big moments too, like you said before, like 3rd and long, need it, gotta have it. They're
And
going to Sterling Shepard.
Right. Like, there's only so much Emeka Ibuka could do. Talented, really good. Mike Evans looked okay, but like they need more. They need Chris Godwin. They need Tristan Wirfs, and it looked like they needed them.
It's almost like an all-pro tackle matters.
I thought the Falcons actually outplayed them.
No, they did.
So they did, and they still came up short.
No, 100%. They came, like, I thought the Falcons played not a good game, but they played well. Like, the run game not getting going sucks. Like, that's the biggest takeaway for a team that the run should, come first for them. Like, that's the biggest takeaway. But I thought a defense that you guys all said is dog shit terrible, can't generate pressure, doesn't have pass rush. I thought they did a great job, Not a great job. They did a really good job.
My biggest thing was the play call. I hate how they run their offense.
I agree. I
really
didn't love
dislike
it.
I don't think Penix was bad, though.
I thought Penix was
played
bad.
Yeah.
I
Penix
did
really?
not enjoy Penix's film.
I agree. No, did you watch the game?
I didn't watch
So
Yo.
if you go back and watch, the stats look okay, but no.
He
Penix-
started out really strong,
Right.
but like,
That- yeah, I
bro,
saw the beginning part of
he's
that game.
not that accurate, dude.
No.
His accuracy is bad.
and they don't really trust him to push the ball either. So you're in this weird spot where
doesn't have touch.
you can't really run the ball. He can't really run the ball.
He did.
He had a few.
Yeah,
but
I get scared when he takes
But
off.
he's not
Me
like
too, 'cause
I don't
his
know what's
injury-
coming.
His injury
Yeah.
history.
He's
too.
running because he has to. He's running
Right.
not because it like helps the
Yeah.
offense.
right. He's for the amount of checkdowns he throws, he's not good enough of a runner
Got it.
to warrant the amount of checkdowns that he does. He's a pocket passer that can't push the ball down the field. It really doesn't make sense to me, and he's really not all that accurate. And it really looked terrible. I'm not gonna please, anybody who's watching this, watch the game. They put up 20 points. They shouldn't have put up 20 points. He looked really bad.
Drake
The
London
offense.
catch that ball?
What?
Did Drake London catch
I
that ball?
thought
No,
it
he
was
didn't.
a catch.
No.
I didn't think so either. I saw a
No.
lot of people saying that they think it was catch.
No way.
It was, yeah.
Hit the floor.
I was just curious.
Whatever. I mean,
They scored anyway on that.
I
drive.
think it is a very concerning start for the Buccaneers too. I think this game was good. It was disgusting. It was not good football.
Like, I don't know how either team put up 20 points in this game, but
Yeah, my takeaway, I guess, because the expectations are higher, but I'm more concerned about the Bucks than I am the Falcons.
I think Wirfs will help,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the play calling was, and I don't think this is a coincidence either. The fact that the Liam Cohen run game in Jacksonville looked really good, and then the Tampa Bay run game didn't look all that good now that Liam Cohen's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's much of a coincidence either. So usually Todd Bowles the last couple of years has kind of nailed his hirings. I'm not so sure that this is as cut and dry.
I think it'll,
it
again,
is week one.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit. Baker, his past 2 years, has gotten it going down the stretch, too.
Yeah.
So,
I think Jeff Ulbricht's legit on defense, though. I think he's a legit good coordinator.
yo, I was, like, honestly, like, I know, like, it was frustrating as hell. I'm sure Falcons fans are insanely frustrated. But I thought it was, like, a lot of good. I thought. I mean,
don't think that
Penix is concerning.
that kind of offense is not winning you, not getting you to the playoffs. Like, there's
agree.
I just don't see a work like you.
I think their run
I
game
don't see
will.
it
I
happen.
think their run game will get it going.
that's the only way it happens.
I
because
think it will.
Penix is not taking you to the playoffs.
I think as their run game gets going too, it makes Penix's job a little bit easier.
Hopefully.
I think so, but I definitely
not the guy.
The Penix film was like not enjoyable. I did not really like. That was a game that I had on my quad box, so like I watched the entire game. I really I thought Baker didn't look sharp either,
No,
but
he
Penix
was really
just like that's
Made a
the,
couple throws.
that's
that
the
were
way to
ridiculous,
say it though with Penix. Like he's just not sharp, dude. Like
Yeah.
Not polished for how old he is. Like
Yeah.
25-year-old second-year player, you should be more polished. Than
he has
what you
insane
are.
arm talent, dude.
He does, but the big problem that I said this offseason was I just don't see touch from him. Like I don't see the touch passes landing. He just has one speed and he throws fucking rockets. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see that with him. So, what was your first overreaction, Tom?
My first overreaction, you talk about the guy you didn't see it from. I saw it from Cam Ward. Cam Ward will be a top, I don't want to say a top quarterback. I'll put a number on it.
Just go for it, Tom. Come on, dude.
He
Put
will
a
be
number
he'll
on
be
it.
a quarterback.
No, he'll be a top
He'll be one of the quarterbacks.
he'll be a top 7 quarterback in the NFL.
When?
Some point.
Okay, I like
At
that.
some point. Okay.
At some point, I can't like
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this year.
No, that's what I thought you were about
No,
to.
yeah,
Okay.
no, definitely not this year. No, I loved what I saw from Cam Ward yesterday. Their offensive line might be the worst ever. Or you're going to talk about a team. One of us is going to talk about a team in a little while. Might have it worse, but their offensive line was god awful. I had the lovely joy of going back to watch this game. Dan Moore, the guy they spent a bunch of money on this offseason, 2 penalties and had I think a 58 pass block grade on PFF.
No,
Nice.
brother. 26.4.
26 points. Okay.
Is that worst of the week?
No,
No.
Watch this.
No.
Watch this.
It's not even worse than the team,
Watch
brother.
this. I want to pull up the grade because I have to see this for myself
Oh my god.
yet again. It was real bad though. So in watching the game back, I was like, man, 72 is having a rough day. Who is that? I don't know how to say his first name, but his last name's Udo. Remember Ekpe Udo in the NBA?
Yes.
Shout out to him. Same
Shout
last
out
name.
to Ekpe Udoh,
He
bro.
was getting killed. I believe his pass block grade was a hot 18.
18.5.
18.5.
Only one note here. J.C. Latham was originally the right tackle.
Yes.
He got hurt, missed, and then this guy had 11 pass blocking snaps.
And they were the worst 11 pass blocking snaps I have ever seen in my life.
Yo. 18.5, like I've been on PFF. Shout out to PFF. I've been subscribed to
I love
PFF.
going. I just got on it today. I love going on.
I've been subscribed to PFF going on. This is my 4th football season subscribed to PFF. I don't think I've ever seen 18.5 for anything.
I'll do you one better real
18.5.
quick. Remember last year when we had Josh Azudu starting at left tackle for the Giants?
Oh, yeah.
He had a 6.7 PFF grade for pass
6'7".
blocking.
Yeah, six, seven,
Yeah,
that's
six,
something. I fuck with that. I fuck with
He had a
that.
6.
No, but their offensive line was god awful. Dan Moore was terrible. J.C. Latham wasn't really much better when he was in the game.
Yeah, no, he wasn't good.
Lloyd Cushenberry was bad. It was all bad. The receivers kept dropping passes. I mean, Calvin Ridley was dropping them. It was bad. But I just thought some of the throws that Cam was making, I was like, man, that was sharp. And some of them got caught. A lot of them didn't. I thought the play calling was god awful. They were calling halfback dive after halfback dive after halfback dive. I mean, they had a dive up the middle on 3rd and 10 when they were trying to get into the red zone. It was really bad.
Can I make a point on that?
Sure.
I think they were trying to run as much clock down because they were shocked that it was a close game.
That's all right.
You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Like they were
I'll-
trying to manage the clock as much as possible because they kept it close.
I'll entertain that for sure. 13 penalties for 131 yards. They had a lot of penalties on 3rd down. They were 2 for 14 on 3rd down. But listen, the take was about Cam Ward. The Titans suck. Everybody knows that. His poise has seemed to carry over into the NFL, which is something you love to see. He's cool, calm, collected under pressure for the most part. And I think he just needs, like most rookie quarterbacks, he needs some touch. Some of those balls should have been caught, but they had a lot of heat on them, man. It doesn't always have to be a fastball, Cam. But overall, I was impressed with the flashes I saw. I can't wait to see what he does rest of the season. And I think he can elevate this team and make them not as bad as they should be. What that is that 4 wins? Maybe. But as long as Cam looks good, I think that's all you want as a Titans fan. I just worry about the coaching long term for him. I don't know if Brian Callahan's the guy.
I don't think it's going to be Brian Callahan long term either. But no, it was an ugly watch. It was a very ugly watch. Like some of them they didn't even classify as drops, but like there were some throws.
Right.
where
When I
it's
looked
like,
on PFF, they only had 3 drops. And I'm like, that can't be right.
If you're a good receiver, you're making the grabs.
Right.
Like, yes, were they tough grabs for sure, but if you're a good receiver, like you're making the grabs. So
I didn't watch a ton of that game. Who was dropping the ball? Who was
Ridley had a
Ridley
few
had
every
a few
single
drops,
player.
but
Lockett.
everyone was.
Calvin Ridley had a couple
Yeah.
big ones. Like it was an ugly. Granted, the Denver defense they're killer. Like we know they're going to be one of the best in the league, but it was some
Yeah.
ugly. It was some ugly football, bro. Like you
Yeah,
wanna
I
talk
mean,
about
good test for him
ugly
in week
football, it was
one.
ugly football.
Really good test for him. And like I said, he didn't look amazing, but he looked good. He showed flashes. That's all you want, you know?
No, I
the ball.
agree. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, he looked like he had like command for
Yeah.
the most part of a
Yeah.
pretty shitty offense. To have command of an offense like that was pretty impressive. Obviously, like he could make every throw. I don't think anyone questions that with Cam Ward, and some of that was on display. I feel like some of the throws were like damn. Like,
He had the one going to the sideline to whoever. I don't know if it was
Yes.
Ridley, but that one was a beauty.
That was a crazy throw.
yeah, he threw some good balls. I just hope they don't ruin him, man.
I hope so too.
This happens way too frequently.
Yeah.
No, he has some nice balls.
the best balls?
Love that. I'm going to send it back with my second overreaction in the same game. Bo Nix was a one-year wonder, and the Broncos are in trouble. Bo Nix's stat line yesterday, 25 of 40, 175 passing yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. It should have been 3. Xavier Woods got his hands on one, but he didn't come through with it. And he got strip sacked against what was supposed to be a bad Tennessee defense. Granted, I don't think their defense is as bad as everyone made it out to be, but it's still not very good. He was the worst graded passer on PFF. They were tied to be for the heaviest favorites of the weekend. I believe the Bengals they were tied with. And this offense looked putrid. And I know it will be better from here. I have faith that Sean Payton can make this offense better from here. But I don't know, man. I think Bo needs to command the offense more. You mentioned that about Cam Ward before. I think he needs to command this offense more. I think he needs to scramble more, extend plays, and be the guy that they need him to be. But yesterday his timing was off. There were a couple plays he just threw it behind guys. Running back had his back turned to him, that kind of thing. The Broncos as a whole, I mean, their defense is still elite. There's no questions there. Their pass, Nick Bonito was on one yesterday. PS2 was a defensive player of the year. Not much to say about their defense, but I think the offense needs time to gel, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, I just don't know what the ceiling is on. I don't think this offense is explosive enough to actually be competitive in the AFC. And the Titans kind of gave them this one, and that shouldn't be the case in week one. You should come out, they got embarrassed in the playoffs. They should come out week one with a chip on their shoulder, and they just didn't do that. And I hate to see a team coming out flat like that when they should have an edge to them. And you saw in the AFC, the Chargers were lighting it up against the Chiefs. The Steelers lit up the scoreboard. The Bills and Ravens put up 80 points. You got to put up points to win playoff games, and I don't know that the Broncos can really do that.
Yeah, I mean, this is very reminiscent of last year, Bo Nix and his rookie year to start the season. Like, it was ugly. Like, it was not a good watch. This is another one where, like, I didn't enjoy Bo Nix hoops. Like, I was not enjoying it. It wasn't good. The reads were awful. Like, I don't know what he was looking at on some of the throws that he made. Like, genuinely have no idea.
I mean, his first pick, he scans the field. He goes left, and then he goes right, and he just doesn't see a second defender.
It
throws right to
was
whoever it was.
bad. The defense is legit, obviously.
For sure.
But they also played a rookie quarterback, but I don't even know how to feel. I don't. I really don't. They looked awful, and I called them a Super Bowl contender, and I feel like I was an idiot. So,
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it was.
thought they were never really a contender.
No, it was like, I hate to do this, but like it was all on Bo. Like, he was ass.
I agree.
He was. I mean, the PFF isn't the end all be all. I know you're new to it. I know you're loving it.
I'm gonna be all
You'd
over
be the
it.
big PFF guy, but I mean, he was by far PFF's worst graded quarterback this week.
Lance
And I mean, what was his grade?
36 or something.
38 as a passer.
Just write them down.
4 turnover-worthy plays, like, only 2 picks, but 4 should have been turnovers. Like, it was bad. Like you mentioned, it looked like he was not in control of the offense. And, I mean, Cortland Sutton can only do so much.
That touchdown was underthrown. He made
was
it. Cortland
crazy
Sutton made a great
It was an
play
insane
on it.
catch. Yeah.
Evan Ingram got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really, know what the takeaway is. Like, I want to look at it as, it was so bad that it has to
get better.
just naturally get better, but I'm something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for the Bo Nix sophomore slump. I will be seated. I'll get a first-class seat at the Bo Nix sophomore slump.
No, don't do
Popcorn.
that to your boy. Don't do that to your boy.
Bro, me and Jason Pickles are not boys anymore,
Oh, they
bro.
broke up. They broke
What
up.
We're not,
happened?
we're
Why?
not
Broke up. I don't know
boys
why.
anymore,
Why?
bro.
Broke up.
They broke
When?
up.
Yesterday?
No, we're boys again. We're boys again.
After
After like
Bo Nix's ass for
after
the
like
rest of-
further consideration, we realized that like we still put up 140 as a tag team in a bad week. Like it'll be okay. It'll be
Oh
okay.
yeah, they suck.
Who?
Their team.
We've
my,
the
my
king.
team's worse.
We've the king. Make a trade with us, bro. Kickstart your rebuild. We have 2 first-round picks whenever you're ready to take them. Nah, I completely agree though. Bo Nix sophomore slump. I'm here for it. It was so bad that I can't really make a takeaway.
I just think he's like I've said it. I just think he's one of those guys. He doesn't elevate the players around him.
Talk.
He can execute an offense. That's great. But like a lot of these plays too are screens, like not far ahead of the line of scrimmage. Like it's just not complex. And he
Still can't
like
execute
when
sometimes.
when things get tough, he doesn't come out on top. It's just
Talk, bro. When Tom talks about Bo Nix, I will be seated. I will be all ears listening.
Yeah,
I
this
agree.
one is-
Chris really gets the hater. of
This
the
might be
year
the thing
award
me and Chris agree most on because I'm not much of a hater when it comes to this podcast, but like I fucking can't stand.
I mean,
Bo Nix this
I'm
much.
bigger on obviously their defense. I've never been like a Bo Nix believer, but it's tough when Bo Nix is making the team worse. Like at the very minimum, set your defense up
sabotaging. Yeah.
to be good, but like he's actively making them worse. So.
Especially because the Titans' secondary was dropping like flies. L'Jarius Sneed was out after the second quarter.
Yep.
Whoever the number 2 corner is, don't know his name, ended up getting hurt. So then they had 2 guys who I also don't know their names
I
out
know
there.
Xavier Woods was one of the safeties, and then I forget the other corners.
Right, like that defense shouldn't have really been a test, and
No.
it was a
They
test.
failed.
Like they're a top 12 team when Bo Nix is average.
Yeah.
But if you have a tough time getting to be average,
J.K. Dobbins bailed his ass out.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins came through and saved the day. Shout out to J.K. Dobbins.
J.K.
It's always fun
Dobbins.
when he has good games. But
Harvey had a great day with his limited usage.
yeah, he looked
He
sharp.
ripped
He
off
looked
that 150-yard run. He looked good.
that
He
shit
did
was
look good.
juicy. Yeah, that
Yeah.
that run was juicy.
He looked good in
He'll
his,
help.
yeah,
He'll help as they integrate him more.
absolutely.
So
Yeah, for sure. And if you thought that was hating, just wait till we all go on our tangents now about our team.
Oh yeah, I don't
Well,
have any
actually,
personal
he doesn't
stuff.
have a tangent. He has a lot of positive things to say.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
me and
yeah.
Chris definitely
You and Chris got some shit to get off your chest.
have some things to get off of our chests. I'll get this thing started with the hater.
who
man-
scored?
Caleb
Caleb
Williams,
Williams rounding.
9-yard rush.
Nice.
I'll get this thing started with the hater manifesto for the New York Giants. I am sick to my goddamn stomach. Yes, Chris is rubbing his hands together because I owe him some money. It was.
You haven't paid him yet?
I don't have my wallet. I have my wallet.
So I
upstairs.
waited.
I don't have my
I
wallet.
said it. I said it in the chat. I said like, "Yo, Matt Sullivan, pay up." He didn't answer, but I was like, "I'm not gonna push. I'm gonna wait till we do it live on the camera."
I
Yo,
have-
buddy, where's my money?
I have my wallet upstairs.
Just-
I'll pay you.
Just
when
just
we're
give me
live.
my money. Yeah, woohoo! Yo, yeah, you do it.
You're literally a Giant fan.
I know. It's
You're
funny.
smiling.
Yeah, but he
and
didn't bet
laughing
$100 on
out
them. He's
loud.
smart.
$100,
He's smart.
yeah.
He's intelligent.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, you told me I sold you out a couple.
You
weeks
did
ago.
sell me out.
I-
You did. No, you
Who's
did.
down $100, brother?
Yo, wait, how much? Yo, how much did you lose on FanDuel, bro? With them good odds. Yeah, how'd those odds treat you, bro?
I'm not gonna lie.
I cope
like,
with humor.
it's
That's the thing.
I know you guys are Giant fans. It was pretty silly to be making bets that the Giants would beat the Commanders week 1.
Yo, but how'd those odds treat you on FanDuel, bro? They came through for you. That's what
No,
you get for
wasn't
betraying
silly.
the ball sacks, man.
It
Karma's a
obviously
bitch.
It obviously looked bad now, but
Yeah, no, it does.
All right, go ahead. Just give me my money.
I'll get it started at the most important position in football. We went out there and we went to go get an absolute vet in Russell Wilson, or so I thought, a guy that could operate the offense, a guy that could, make the ones that are there. And then
Didn't you say you're still like a top 15 quarterback in the league? You
I
said that like
never
a couple
once
weeks
said
ago.
that.
No.
Never
I
said
threw out
that.
Tom
stats
almost did.
that he was on pace to be a top 15 quarterback last year, which I thought meant he could be a top 20 quarterback this year.
And
But, no.
I am just so sick and fucking tired of sitting on that couch, getting my hopes up, and expecting something to be different when the same old thing happens every fucking year. I think that teams are going to start to realize real quickly that the most important thing that you can invest in is a backup tackle, too. When our left tackle can't stay fucking healthy, will never be on the field because that just seems to be the case. The rest of your offensive line gets dicked the fuck down.
Yeah, but the Giants' offensive line was pretty average when they were healthy last year.
Yo.
Remember that thing? That was good.
The 4 weeks when Andrew Thomas is healthy.
Roots for 7 teams.
Wow.
So, like, of course, he's going to be able to take a victory lap on one of them.
I do
No,
root
it's
for
just
some
Because it's not
He
just a
roots for
victory
7
lap. You put up
fucking
6
teams.
points. It's not just a victory lap.
I'm crying.
Was that the lowest scoring team in the league all week?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
that's it. Yeah,
The Giants put up the least amount of points of any team in the NFL this week.
so,
Well, we haven't seen if the Vikings will score yet, but I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the offensive
Yeah.
line.
No, the Giants are hitting their over. No, the Giants are hitting over 5.5 wins.
I
They're
can't
actually
wait.
better
What
than
did our
the
boy
Commanders.
Steven say? I see 9 wins. When brothers
you
blind.
see what he's saying now. He still sees 7 wins.
It's crazy.
He said yesterday, he said, going to the gym, I'm going to watch the Giants all 22. Why would you put yourself through that pain, bro?
Watching the old 20s move a 6-point game is crazy, bro.
You know, like, I honestly don't even know what to fucking say anymore because of the fact that
Man.
it's just that I feel like the Giants have become the new Jets, and that's a horrible feeling. I just think that I think Jaxson Dart is going to be better for this team as long as we can, get him starting. I think at this point, Jaxson Dart's just a better quarterback in the NFL than Russell Wilson, which just sucks to fucking say, but I just think it's the God's honest truth. Yeah,
That's based on probably nothing, though.
I think it was a lot of pressure in terms of the pass rush for sure, and the
It was
O-line
based
didn't
on how
help
bad
that.
Russell Wilson was.
Yeah, but
okay, I like that basis.
Bar's low.
at the same
Yeah.
time, Russell Wilson caused a lot of that and didn't make the plays that were very clearly there for him, and I think anybody on planet Earth would have been able to make. And that's fine. Russell Wilson's not the problem. The problem is the entirety of the fucking team. We don't have a number 2 wide receiver. Malik Neighbors can
Ding, ding, ding.
send 2 fucking people at him, and it doesn't matter. Take him out the game, and it doesn't matter because who the fuck else is going to beat us? Like, you don't even need to blitz because you could rush 4, do some stunts along the defensive line, and it looks like the guys on the O-line haven't played a snap of football and don't know what a stunt on the defensive line is. So I'm broken. To tell you quite frankly, I'm fucking broken. I don't understand how this is a new year and you have something to prove, or at least you theoretically should have something to prove, and then your team comes out fucking flat in week 1. Make that make sense to me.
When you had the
I
best
think-
vibes of preseason.
We did.
They won the preseason vibes
We-
award.
Yeah.
Yo, they
definitely
did win the preseason vibes award. What were they calling? You know what it was? They had the 3 amigos, and then they let one amigo walk.
That's true. Tommy's in.
So what? All those vibes for what?
It's like when Takeoff died.
Right.
Yes. Yes. It is. No, you're right. When you really like break it down and analyze it, it's exactly like that.
Just we're never the same after that. Yeah.
Right.
No,
No, 100%. So what's the take? What's the overreaction? Where you plant your flag?
That I'm just sick and tired of having to root for another team every single year and not my own. There's no
Come to my world.
overreaction.
Chris like ain't nothing.
That was actually that was good. It sucks because I just want to root for the team that I want to root for, But every year, it's just like by week 4, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, well, looks like I'm just going to turn Red Zone on for the entirety of Sunday and not be able to watch my team play football, because all it does is just give me fucking anxiety and make my heart hurt the whole day. So I'm quite frankly done. I'm ready for Jaxson Dart to be starting, and it's about to be week 2. That's my overreaction. There it is. Jaxson Dart needs to be the New York Giants starter next week immediately, because quite frankly, I just think I thought you was that your fingers?
My knuckles.
Oh, okay, cool. And I just think he's a better quarterback at this point than Russell Wilson. I'm sick and tired of the Giants. I'm sick and tired of all this fucking bullshit of me getting my hopes up every single year. And part of that is just me being a fan. I mean, eventually you just convince yourself that something's going to change, and then nothing ever does. So
So do you think Jaxson Dart could save this regime? Like, you think Daboll and Shane, you think they like have a chance to keep their jobs? Because
Yes.
which actually doesn't work in their favor. Just watch Daniel Jones have
No,
an elite
100%.
game. The first game he's not with the Giants.
So that actually plays into my
How good could, because Daboll wasn't making Jones look the best he could, because we just saw it on our new team week 1.
I mean, Daniel Jones had a career year of 15 passing
He had a
touchdowns
career-
in 2022.
Bro, we're not. Come on. Like, we're acting like he didn't make him look like a competent quarterback, and then he goes out there and absolutely shreds the Minnesota Vikings in the playoffs and wins a playoff game. That was the worst thing that ever could have happened to our franchise, because it set us back, because it forced us to have to make a decision on Danny. And obviously, I don't think, not even close to all of this is Daniel Jones' fault. I have no ill will. I was so happy to see him balling on Sunday. It was great to watch, like it really was. I hope for success for him. We fucking ruined him, and that's exactly what happened. We set the guy up for failure, and I guess this is also part of the overreaction. We're the fucking problem, and it's not an overreaction. It's just the God's honest truth. The New York Giants are the new New York Jets.
So who's the problem, though? Is it the front office? Is it Daboll? Is it the
I
coordinators?
think clean house. Yeah, everyone.
And you know, but like Dart doesn't save that.
Dart
have to.
Dart is their only hope.
So
like,
Dart does
still?
So if
Like,
Dart gets
still?
plugged in
It's
and
a-
plays good football, then yes. Like, I'm not saying he will. I'm saying if he does and he plays good football, that is the only way that this regime is saved. Yes.
I feel like that's
If
pretty
Dart
silly.
gets plugged in and plays good football, that should be even more of a cue to fire this fucking joke of a clown show that they have in the front office
can if
to
he
get
plays
someone
well.
to get
You
someone
definitely can.
to get someone better to unlock Dart to a new level, because you know that these idiots are never going to let him reach his full potential.
But I don't,
Because
agree
they
with
can't
that.
compete
I don't
without
agree with
Jaxson Dart.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just the fact that if he does look like a good football player, and this is the guy that they picked, and this is the guy that Brian Daboll wanted, because obviously we're just sitting with Russell Wilson right now because we wanted a stopgap. Dart was never supposed to look, and yes, you could say it's preseason all you want, but
That's
he
exactly
looked
what we're
in
gonna say.
But he looked in command of an offense, regardless. Like, he looked in command of an offense.
That's great. JJ
And-
McCarthy looked great and hasn't put up a point yet.
I mean, like, yeah, I'm just making an observation based on what I saw. Like, he looked like he was in command of an offense. If he is a good football player, if he plays well, then their job is saved. And Daboll proves that he just needed to get his guy. And Shane went and got the guy of the regime. So that is the only hope. That is the only
Getting
hope
the
for
guy
this
of the
I-
regime on your 6th year is insane.
I was gonna say I have long said I don't think Daboll. I don't think there are 32 coaches in the NFL better than Brian Daboll, but I do think Brian Daboll has the longest leash of any
Yeah,
the
for
longest
sure.
leash of any coach in the NFL. Like, I'm saying Jaxson Dart if Jaxson Dart comes out and is like God, like it's a what do they say? It's a
God, but he's got to
Jaxson Dart, can I reiterate, is not going to save your franchise. Jaxson Dart is not going to save your franchise.
really hope that this.
The team around him,
Back.
the same problems that you're seeing with Russell Wilson, where teams are doubling Malik Neighbors, are going to still
No,
happen when
I-
Jaxson Dart steps in.
I
They're going to have
agree.
nobody to throw to.
There's just a
Congrats.
world
If you throw
where-
Jaxson Dart in next week, the O-line's still the same O-line. He's still going to get crushed. You're going to crush his confidence. It's the wrong move. Why would you throw in the 22nd pick, whatever pick he
There's
was in the
just
draft,
a world-
just to get crushed?
And it's not.
But it
it's
would
the
be
world we're
stupid and
living in
idiotic. It
also
would be the
that
dumbest
Russell
thing I've ever
Wilson-
seen in my life if the Giants threw Jaxson Dart in week 2.
I really don't think it's a bad idea. I really don't.
I don't think he should see the field in week 2.
Like,
I don't.
like you're setting him up for failure because you know what? You know what happens if you say but you know what happens if you throw Jaxson Dart out there? You actually give him no chance to be a good quarterback.
That I'm a fan of, but anyways, what I have to say is I just think at this point that Russell Wilson can't fucking run an offense and doesn't fucking do it properly.
But what I'm saying
that
is
has
the
been a
answer's
known
not
issue for a
Jaxson
very
Dart.
long time now. Russell Wilson is not the fucking guy he was 7-8 years ago. My mistake was thinking that he was even competent enough to run an offense and just play within the scheme. He wasn't able to do that last night.
He did it last. We just
yesterday.
saw him do it last year, and maybe
He did it for
and
a
maybe
good
it was the
5
Giants
games last
coaching
year.
staff that messed him up because we just saw him do it with the Pittsburgh Steelers, a competent coaching staff last year, and he comes to the Giants and immediately
for
folds.
5
Immediately
games and
folds.
sucked for the rest of the
Took them
season.
to the playoffs.
He did it for
Took
5
the Pittsburgh
games.
Steelers to the playoffs.
Yes,
and
he
comes
went
to the
5-0
Giants
in his
and
first
immediately
5 games
folds.
there, and then fucking sucked for the remainder of the season. Like, let's not act like Russell Wilson was perfect the entirety of the year. He played some really good football
No, but he
at the
did better
beginning.
than 46% completion percentage.
But a lot of that is on him.
He put up more than 6 points.
A lot of that is on him, bro.
2 field goals.
A lot of that is on him. And yes, I
That's the
understand
best
the
you
play
got?
calling wasn't perfect.
2
I
field
understand the
goals?
play calling wasn't perfect. I get.
Throw the whole freaking coaching staff out. The whole thing. Get rid of him. What are we doing?
I agree.
Jaxson Dart, week 2, with that old line with no Andrew Thomas and only Malik. No, it's not going to work.
Bro said
You're setting him up for failure.
cool.
Oh,
Said cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to put salt in the wound.
Yes, you did. Say that. You took the cap off the fucking thing and just dumped it out.
But what I'm telling you, I just think it's silly to throw your rookie quarterback into a already awful situation when
So-
you could just. You have Jameis Winston. Utilize him,
Okay,
please.
The whole point
for
of drafting
everything that you
Jaxson
just
Dart and
fucking
bringing in
said.
Russ and Jameis was so
He didn't
you
play.
don't have to throw him into this
But
terrible
here-
situation.
Okay,
though.
right. I get that. Here's the thing though. Like, if your team is going to be this bad, you are going to get a top pick. And if you are going to be that bad, you are going to clean house. So your best option at this point is to see if he's special or not. And if he can't elevate the franchise, then we know what he is.
So here's the
He is
thing.
a guy
I
that isn't
agree.
elevated by the situation. Hold on. I just let you go on a whole fucking rant about my fucking franchise, so I'm going to get my shit off now. Thank you very much.
Nah.
My time to fucking speak. I have the fucking talking stick. Thank you. Okay.
We should get a talking ball. We should toss it to each other.
We should get fucking therapy balls,
I got
because
a
that's
pillow-
what
I
I
got a pillow
fucking
back
need.
here.
It's what I fucking need after yesterday.
Finish your thought, bud.
Anyways, you got to find out if this guy is really the guy that you are going to bank your franchise off of. If we are going to be that bad and we are going to get a top pick, the new regime is going to want to go out there and get their own fucking quarterback, because this isn't the guy they drafted. This isn't the guy they traded up for. You need to know, is he special or not? So regardless of what the situation is, you got to find out. And he's either going to save your regime and be that guy, or he's not that guy and you're going to go get another one.
So I think that's pretty selfish because you're only looking out for, like, the regime is only looking out for itself and not what's best for the Giants. And what's best for the Giants is not to put Jaxson Dart out there.
why
The
is
only reason you put him out there is to save your own ass.
Bro, if you're going to fucking hire a new regime, and that is not the regime that drafted Jaxson Dart, there is no guarantee they walk in there and say, Jaxson Dart's our guy.
100%.
well, Joe
but-
Shane had
Why?
6 years to get a wide
Right,
receiver
but-
too, bro.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
But that's a good problem to have for the new regime, no? You have a top 20 draft pick in Jaxson Dart, and if he doesn't work out, you could just draft another guy. Because they're going to have a long leash, too, clearly. The Mara family showed that they're going to give whoever the next guys are going to have a pretty long leash.
I think it would
Right?
be. I think it would be
possible.
wildly.
That
might not
It
be
would be
good
wildly selfish
for Dart,
of Shane
like-
and
Oh, there's
Dable to
nothing
start
good
Dart.
for Dart. I love Jaxson Dart, but, like, the odds are stacked against him, sadly.
pretty badly at this point because the team's bad. They're getting fired and he's getting competition.
I love him, but there's basically no way he succeeds, sadly.
They put him in. They have no O-line and no wide receiver too. He's cooked.
Right, there's just no way he looks good in this
Gotta find out what
situation.
you have.
But also, I agree with you. Like, those guys have to put him in to
Yeah.
potentially save their ass, because what else are they going to do? But that's the whole problem. That's the whole problem. They should have been canned.
Yeah.
They should have been canned.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
I
Or
agree.
they should have built a competent offense.
That
Oh, yeah,
too,
should've
but
done
they
their
didn't
job.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
they
the
didn't do
problem-
that.
the
But
problem
they
was
should
the
not have
fact that
jobs.
Danny got paid the way he did. It set the franchise back, and we only really had one great draft, this past draft. That's what saved
They
the
couldn't
job.
sign a wide receiver. They couldn't find they couldn't trade for a wide receiver too. There were plenty of wide receivers that went around this offseason, and the Giants got none of them.
Some of them got paid, though. Some of them got paid big money. Granted, they paid Slayton 3 years, $39 million, which probably was not worth the contract whatsoever. So, you know, like, I get it. Like, I understand where you're coming from. I think that you gotta find out if you got something special or not. It's just that simple.
I agree too, but like not in week 2. Like
Bro, you really don't have.
They're not going to do
There's
it.
not a comfortable spot for him to come in regardless.
They might can these guys before he gets a chance.
You're right.
Yeah.
They might. And that might even be worse for him.
But then when the new regime comes in, they're just going to throw him in there, because they're going to do that. They're going to see what they got.
For sure.
Right. So it works out. That's probably the best case scenario, honestly. Can these guys mid-season and then see what he got. Don't throw him in there. Basically, I mean, they're not going to straight up tell him, but no, that those guys' jobs are in his hands.
yeah.
Right. He knows that.
He
right
gets
now.
a fresh start if they can. These guys should not have fucking jobs. I think Daboll's cool. Like, he could be a good NFL head coach. Not with the New York Giants.
I
Shane's
agree.
not a good general manager.
Right. Obviously not. We know that. But, like, Daboll could be good. Maybe he's best suited as a coordinator. Maybe he's one of those guys. Who
Totally
knows?
possible.
But, like...
Is
But like
there
he
a
shouldn't be
world-
he shouldn't be the head coach of the New York Giants.
I agree.
He should have not been the coach of the New York Giants. It's ridiculous that he's the coach. That's the biggest fucking travesty here. Not that Russell Wilson's your quarterback, not that Daniel Jones didn't work out, not that you let Saquon Barkley coach. It's that we're in the big 2025 and Brian Daboll is coaching your football team. I feel bad for you. Because, I mean, we're going to talk about it, but I'm in the predicament where it's like, it's time. Like, you're doing the fans a disservice. They're doing you guys a disservice. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the fucking problem. They should have been cleaned house. These guys do not. You see it, Malik Neighbors bitching and yelling at him. These guys don't want to play for him.
Second-year receiver.
And it's not even his
you come
fault.
out
It's
flat in week 1.
It's not
Like,
even
that's
his
just
fault. It's not like maybe he could. Obviously, he could be better,
gotta
100%.
be a way.
But like,
Yeah.
it's not even his fault. The second things went downhill, they were going to turn on him. They're already turning on him. You guys are going to turn on him. He can't win. There was no no possible outcome. I know you were delusional and thought that they were getting 7 wins, but that was if like we're being real, that was obviously never going to fucking happen. There was never a chance that we would be going into next year saying Brian Daboll's the guy. Like, Brian Daboll flipped this thing around. There was never a chance. So it's either you can him mid-season or you can him at the end of the season, whatever it is. But there's no possible chance that Brian Daboll is the coach of this football team next year. No chance. If he is, like, as a guy who's done it, go find a new team. Don't put yourself through that. We saw our
That's never happened.
friend of the show
I'll
from Pick
never
a
do
Side,
that.
Joel Moran, became a Packers fan. Do that.
That's
Find
nuts.
a new
That's
team.
insane.
He's not
Find-
actually a Packers fan.
He's a Packers fan.
No, he's not.
Whatever. But find, like, deadass,
shit,
like,
bro.
why are
No,
you
no,
going to
no,
root
no.
for that team?
Like I said
What
before,
would
like,
going into next year? Sorry, what would Daboll be going into year 7?
No, he came in 22, 23. It would not be year 7, Dean.
Year 6, 7?
No.
Year
Year
5?
It would be year 4 or year 5.
Year 5
Year
would be
5.
next
You'd be
year?
going into year 5 next year.
That's
yes.
ridiculous. That's
No,
No,
ridiculous.
agreed. Like I said, he has the longest leash
That
in the NFL.
22-23 season is the only thing that we're holding on to.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
But,
we won a
like-
playoff
He
game.
really lost weight and lost all his fucking skills.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
so obviously an anomaly, bro. Your quarterback threw 15 passing touchdowns. Like, we can't be that dumb. We can't be that dumb. Not we, like them.
No, we can. I'm saying we can be like.
Like,
they
it's just
can be.
ridiculous.
I'll let
bro.
myself be that delusional.
That's
Yeah.
a disservice, bro. It's that he has a job. It's that Shane's still in the building.
Shane
That's the
too. Like,
It sucks that they have to go together. I actually like Dable, but Shane's so bad that obviously new GM is going to bring in their own coach.
Shane
I
too.
don't
Like
know,
a couple
man.
years ago, like you had 2 top 5 picks and they both fucking flopped.
Kayvon didn't flop, but he's not
Kayvon
what
had
you
a
would have
good rookie,
wanted.
had a
It was-
solid
it was
rookie
two
year,
top
and
Not,
seven.
did
not a
nothing
top 5
since then.
pick.
Top 7, but yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Like,
He's not the guy though.
I just...
the 2 top 10 picks, and they both flopped. Like it's Evan Neal was an absolute disaster.
No, Evan Neal was a absolute
disaster.
flop. Like a clear disaster. I don't think Kayvon was a disaster. He just didn't live up to the 5th overall pick or whatever it was. Like that's...
I mean, you need to hit on those
Yeah, it's
to
bad.
keep
Yeah,
your job.
he's
He's
Yeah,
good.
it's
He's
top
a
5
good
pick,
football
yeah.
player. He's a good football player. He's just... Yeah.
I don't even know if good's the
Yeah,
word.
I
He's
don't- I don't even
average.
see that. Yeah.
He talks a lot.
He's maybe average, like average at best. I feel like.
He's a slightly above average player, but...
Sure.
Sure, it's top 5 pick. He still flopped it. I don't know. Yeah, it's we're doomed.
It just sucks. I'm not gonna find a new team, but like I need to root for a different team every single year, which kind of just sucks.
It's
So,
kind of fun though.
I don't know. Bills Mafia cut you off though too, so you can't go there.
That's
they
tough.
cut me off.
They
That's
did
tough.
though.
They really didn't though.
Well, I know a team that's always looking for fans, and it's the New York Jets. I thought they had a really good game against the Steelers this weekend. I'm going to start with the winning team because they deserve the praise. The Steelers looked good. Aaron Rodgers looked good. The offense, weapon-wise, we were really concerned about what they had. I thought Calvin Austin had a great game.
Did.
I thought DK was solid. They really didn't get a ton of production outside of that. It was really just Aaron Rodgers was
Vince Kronik.
Vince
one
Kronik.
catch.
Respect him, bro.
My bad. I
Jalen
saw him.
Warren.
He
Great.
Skoranek
Great.
scored a touchdown and then had a tackle on as a gunner like the next drive. It was crazy. I was like, all right.
Ben Skoranek football, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Ken Gainwell's a big surprise of him getting 7 touches. That was
That's Arthur
wild.
Smith football, baby.
Jalen Warren looked all right. I mean, all in all, the Steelers' offense looked as good as they needed to be to beat the Jets. But my real, what are we calling this?
Overreaction.
Reaction.
My overreaction is the Jets are a playoff team. The Jets' offense against what should be a top 5 defense in the Steelers looked amazing. They were basically flawless. Tanner Angstrom put together a almost flawless game plan against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the only thing working against him was that Xavier Gibson fumble on the kickoff and Brandon Stevens being completely garbage on defense.
Yeah.
And
Those safeties ain't good either.
no, the safeties are garbage. Tony Adams is garbage. But I thought the offense was one of the best looking offenses that I saw all weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, Justin Fields looked poised. He looked confident. He looked accurate. He ran the ball well. Didn't run too much either. I mean, he ran when he had to. I mean, Garrett Wilson looked great. Breece Hall looked great. The offensive line looked great. On offense, there's really no negatives that I have to say about what they did. The real negatives come in on defense, which I hope with the defensive-minded head coach will turn around. I'm feeling great after this game against the Steelers. I know we should have won. Boswell hits a 60-yard field goal to put them on top.
Pay that man.
It's really tough. Like,
Yeah, really.
On a week where kickers were missing them
Right.
left and
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Boswell's career high was
Money.
like 57, I heard on the broadcast, and he knocked down a 60-yarder to beat the Jets. Like, it's a great kick. I mean, the Jets were so close. There's no moral victories around here, but as bad as the Jets looked last year offensively, this is their best offensive game that I think they've played in years.
I said to my brother yesterday, I said the Jets played better than most teams that won yesterday. Like,
right.
It's tough that they lost. Nah, that was the best career. That was the best game I've ever seen from Justin Fields. I mean, he was sharp. He was getting the ball out quick. He was fitting the ball in through some tight windows. Breece Hall looked like, I hate to say his younger self because he's like 23, but from a couple years ago. Garrett Wilson is still Garrett Wilson. Still worry that there's not really another receiver outside of him, but
They didn't really need one.
they
Nah,
didn't
Garrett
in this
got
game. But
targeted a lot, but they're gonna need one.
Yeah, they're gonna need one eventually.
There was nobody glaring on offense where, like, you threw him the ball, you're like, oh, damn, I wish there was, like, a better receiver out there, though.
I just feel like
They didn't throw the ball to anybody else. 'Cause ain't nobody else doing nothing.
They didn't have to.
But
I just don't think that's sustainable. Is my point. But they looked great. I mean, against a really good defense, like you said, there's a lot of positives to take away for sure.
Yeah, I thought Fields was insanely impressive, honestly. I haven't seen him play a game like that where he was just in full command of the offense like that in his career. Obviously, extremely accurate. Just extremely sharp decision-making. Like, not holding on to the ball, like just like he knew how he wanted to attack that defense and he executed it like
Really
perfectly.
good at escaping pressure.
Like that stuff he's gonna be able to do, but the quick decision making was just so huge and it kept the offense flowing. I mean, he just insanely sharp. Like you mentioned, Brees looked great. I thought it was interesting. I was looking at his like someone posted on Twitter like his next gen, like the chart. So I guess how you say it is, I mean, he's facing this way, the defense, but the offense is facing this way. So Brees Hall's left, but the defense is right, whatever it is. TJ Watt lined up here. Every Brees Hall run went this way. Every single one.
That's smart
which
football.
was interesting. Yeah, like that ass.
Smart football.
It's almost like you shouldn't go at the best defensive player in the world.
And it worked for the Jets.
No, I thought Brees looked sharp. I thought the tandem with Braylon Allen, I thought that was like a good way to spell Brees and keep him fresh. And
Braylon did not have an official.
he looked
He had a
fresh.
touchdown.
But he did score a touchdown.
Yeah, no, Braylon didn't look great, but he kept Brees fresh. I thought Garrett was just. I mean, Garrett Wilson, bro. He's just. I love that man, bro.
Yo, Caleb looks special, bro.
Brees Hall, being as good as he was, opened up the read option game for the Jets, which was a dimension I've never seen as a Jet fan in my life. We've never had a rushing quarterback like this, so it was fun to watch. It was like I had a good time watching the Jets yesterday, which I haven't had a good time watching the Jets since
Halloween last year.
That was nuts.
I guess, but even then I was
Halloween last year was a movie, bro.
It was kind of miserable at the same time, though.
That was such an ugly game.
I didn't have fun. Aaron Rodgers hoops with the Jets was not fun, but I had fun yesterday. It was chill.
Aaron Rodgers.
We lost, but it was chill. I feel good. New regime, and you come out. I mean, the first-time offensive coordinator Tanner Angshan deserves all the flowers in the world right now. We'll see how he shapes up the rest of the season, but off rip, he looks pretty good.
I think even long term, like him looking really good is a really good sign for you guys. You know, when you get the team a little more well-rounded.
Right.
That was a huge confidence builder for you guys too, and I think, especially in the first game of a new head coach's regime, that is so important. In a game like that, where your pride is basically on the line, and now everybody is talking positively about the Jets.
Right. They lost.
And they lost. Exactly. And they lost. And Aaron Glenn can go in that locker room and be like, yo, fuck you, defense. The offense held up their end of the bargain.
Right.
We got to fix our shit. That's what I'm here for.
Because I trust Aaron Glenn to fix the defense.
Fuck you. You guys. Fuck you, defense.
Well, I trust.
What did you guys do today, huh? What'd you do?
Nothing.
Yeah, what'd you guys
Literally
do today?
nothing.
Yo, fuck you guys. Fuck you. Go home. Get out of my face.
I trust Aaron Glenn. I trust Aaron Glenn to go in and be able to fix the defense.
I do too.
So the fact that was the issue week one, I feel so much better about it than the offense being the glaring hole it's been for the last 15 years of my life.
Yep.
No, I agree. I thought the way Tanner was able to, I'm not even going to bother with his last name.
Yeah,
well, I'm just going to call him Tanner going forward. But the way Tanner was able to orchestrate this offense around the strengths of the personnel was very, very promising, I guess. You had a whole summer to construct this offense around personnel that is very good at specific things, but has, obviously other holes. And I thought he constructed an offense that showcased their strengths, showcased Justin Fields' strengths, showcased Brees' strengths, showcased Garrett's strengths. And I mean, if those three are clicking, like this could be a very good offense, I guess.
Amen.
Competent.
Whoa. That was crazy. Bills are coming to town next week. You guys win that game
Coming
somehow?
to MetLife?
Yeah. You guys win that game somehow?
Let's go.
We've beaten the Bills before.
Oh, let's go.
With
Do
Zach
it on
Wilson.
the pick'em, bro.
Little
Right.
tailgate.
Zach Wilson's beat the
Is that a primetime
Bills a
game?
couple times?
No, 1 o'clock.
We'll go.
Bills run defense with Swiss cheese.
Bro,
last
they don't
night.
want to go, bro.
I'm not
They
going.
don't like hanging out with us.
Not doing a 1 o'clock game, bro. I'm not doing that.
Oh, but I must.
You
I must
won't
watch.
come watch the games with us. You won't go to a game with us.
I must
Come to
watch.
the game together with
I must
you.
watch on the couch. The Wed Zone.
I'll
You're not,
watch
you're not
next-
invited
The
anymore.
Wed Zone
I'll
on the
go next
couch.
week.
You're not invited anymore.
Okay, then don't invite me.
I'm not.
I'll happily watch it from my house.
That's great.
Yo, you know what's crazy though? Did you invite Ortiz?
I did.
He said he was fit.
He told me after at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's classic Ortiz.
I had heard he
Expect nothing
canceled.
less.
Yeah.
Wow. That's good. That's
All I
fine.
can say, honestly, I really, really, really wanted to hate on your team because of what you just did to me and made my life even more miserable at the current moment with my team. But I am very happy for you, Dean.
I had to victory lap because of how much I talked on the Jaxson Dart episode. That everything I said there looks like it's coming true about the Giants, not
Oh.
just Jaxson Dart.
It's thrilling.
It's thrilling.
It was the most thrilling part of the weekend.
And I screamed today. I was honestly planning on.
No, that was
I
that Giants
was hoping I
segment
got an
was
opportunity.
was just so exciting. Watching the Giants' downfall was so exciting. Given the fact that my final overreaction is that my Miami Dolphins are the worst team in the NFL. We talked about it before the cameras were rolling. I don't know if I've ever seen a team come out on week 1 and disappoint to that regard. We were comparing it to the Giants in 2023 against the Cowboys where they got 40-piece on national television primetime. I think this was even worse. So ready? Here we go. Game starts. Colts get the ball. Drive down.
Yeah.
Field goal. Dolphins run 3 plays. Tua Tagovailoa. Interception.
Yep.
Indianapolis Colts march the length of the field. Touchdown.
Yep.
Dolphins run 2 more plays. Tua sacked. Fumble.
Nice.
Colts run 2 plays. They're inside the 5. Takes, like 3 more plays from in there because they actually kind of struggled from inside the 5 a little bit. But takes 3 more plays from there.
And we're back.
Touchdown. Dolphins punt. Dolphins defense forces a punt. There we go.
All right, this is the momentum shift we need.
Matthew Judon, new addition to the team, runs into the kicker. Yeah!
Wow.
Colts march
special.
down, get a field goal before the half. Halftime, let's go. I'm live betting the Dolphins. This comeback's going to be generational. The Dolphins run 5 plays, and then Tua Tagovailoa, interception. Season over. Season over.
Doesn't even mention that they eventually scored a point.
There is a whole nother,
Season over.
No, season's over,
Season's
yeah.
over.
minutes of the game, but
Didn't need
The
him.
season's over.
Didn't need him.
I mean, the first. Bro played 2 halves of football in the 2025 NFL season. And in those 2 halves of football, the first time he touched the ball, he threw an interception. I mean, it was like Sam Darnold levels of seeing ghosts. Like, we were just talking about PFF. PFF said Bo Nix was the worst quarterback this week.
They got it wrong.
No. Tua Tagovailoa was far and away the worst quarterback this week. And he definitely gets blame. Mike McDaniel gets blame for sure. I think he will get a hot take from Tom, I think, or Dean. He will get canned at some point if this continues. But the man who gets the most blame is this motherfucker, Tyreek Hill. Get him far away from this football team. He ruined the vibes. The vibes were good. Tua, after a brutal rookie season, Brian Flores was bullying him. His good old pal, Mike McDaniel, comes to town and rights the ship. Tua looks promising the next year. Great offense. Tyreek Hill and his little freaking shenanigans. It all started when Tyreek Hill had to get arrested before the game last year, week 1, and it's been downhill since. This seems a joke. I don't even care to talk about the defense. We knew the defense was going to be bad. Like, who the fuck cares?
that
No
pass rush was supposed to be good, theoretically.
They honestly did it right. They didn't do... That's not the takeaway
No,
here. It's
no,
the
no,
Dolphins
no,
pass
no, no,
rush.
no,
Dolphins
That's
pass
not why
rush
they
is
won the
not the takeaway here.
The
I-
takeaway is the entire fucking team.
I didn't write much notes because I don't really give a fuck to.
Wow, Zach Wilson played. I didn't see the end of
got-
the game. Wow,
I didn't even know
he looked
played.
better than Tua.
You had to forfeit in game 1. Like, it's just embarrassing. Like, I mean, I don't know. It was a no contest. It was a no contest.
To the Tyreek point, absolutely, he
ruined it.
is a big problem, and I think when they get rid of him, Mike McDaniel's job is cooked. It's done and over with. But I do think it will be addition by subtraction in terms of the vibes in the room. But
And Jalen Waddle catches 1 pass. They tackle him, obviously, because it's tackle football. Oh, my shoulder. Oh. Fuck you, Jalen Waddle. I'm sick of it, bro. You had a whole offseason to get healthy. The first time you get hit, you got to get fucking taken off the field, bro. Grow up.
The Jalen Waddle experience.
Grow up. I'm fucking sick of it. How do you get hurt every fucking time? But then you come back into the game every fucking time. And then you continue to do fucking nothing. Nothing. He hasn't been good in 3 years. He hasn't been good in 3
Really
years.
hasn't. He gets hyped every offseason.
Every
He's never
offseason.
good.
All he does is get fucking hurt. He's made of fucking glass.
That's all he does. He
It's
actually
so
just
glass.
gets hurt, and then we hope that he's good, and then he never is.
It is like you know, like those cycles where it's like
Yeah.
they have like the
Bro, I
I
specific
gotta make
events.
that meme.
The Jalen Waddle meme.
Yeah.
These guys had one Pro Bowler on their roster last year. One. And it was Jonnu Smith. And they traded him away in a package with Jalen Ramsey
Yep.
for Minka Fitzpatrick, who is worse at football than Jalen Ramsey. We saw Jalen Ramsey. You were wrong. You said he's washed.
He had a
was the
great
best
game.
He had
cornerback in the
awesome
NFL in week 1.
He lit Garrett up.
And had the game-winning play.
popped
He was
Garrett.
fucking insane. You traded that and your Pro Bowl tight end for fucking Minka Fitzpatrick. You're a joke.
Who you also traded away.
And they brought in Darren Waller, and he's not even ready to play with
It's
him.
a
not play
joke.
week
Like,
one.
it's a sick joke. Like, the same way you guys feel about Joe Shane is how I feel about Chris Greer. Like, get Chris Greer the fuck out, bro. Like I don't know.
No,
Mike McDaniel, like, I thought he could be great, but, like, the same way I'm
He's
saying
a
about
great-
Dable, like, losing the guys, losing the locker room, they don't want to play for him. Like, these guys don't give a fuck. Like,
He's
they
a
don't
great
have any.
offensive
He's a
coordinator.
great offense.
Like, they just don't have any desire to, like,
Win.
the Lions want to win for Dan Campbell, you
They
know?
would run through a wall for Dan Campbell.
You know, the Chiefs want to win for Big Red.
Dolphins
I wouldn't
did
run
it.
through
For Big Red. The Dolphins got scrawny ass Mike
Dolphins just
McDaniel
won
on
a-
the
Dolphins
side.
wouldn't run through a sprinkler
Yo,
for Mike McDaniel.
he's just they pan to him on the camera, and it's just like, what is this guy thinking?
fucking sunglasses
What is he
on.
thinking?
Sunglasses, capris.
What
No
is he
aura,
thinking? Like,
none.
what's going through his
Like,
mind?
Dan Campbell has some aura because it's just like that's
What's
a big
going
son
through
of a
his
bitch.
mind?
Like
I don't know, bro. Like, it's
The whole team's a gimmick.
it couldn't
It
have been worse.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
a good
mean,
way to put it.
zero physicality. on
not
that
even the
bro.
team. Bro, they're the Miami's football team, and you expect them to be tough. They're not tough, bro.
Never
They're
are.
not tough.
They never are tough.
It's a joke. It's a
It's
joke.
They are bitch made, and we
Colts-
knew that coming in.
I normally don't let them get to me. I
Yeah.
really don't because I have the Commanders, I have the Falcons, I have the Bills, I have the Chiefs. I have all of these teams that I could root for. The best. I have all of these teams that I could root for and be happy. I normally don't let them get to me. This was infuriating.
No,
I
no.
was begging for the fucking Panthers game to come out of weather delay so I could take that fucking game out of the bottom right of my TV. And that game just didn't fucking ever come back. So I had to sit there and fucking watch. Bro,
That was a
they're
bad
fucking
one.
comparing Daniel Jones to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning. Yo, they had Andrew Luck on their team. They had Andrew Luck on their team, and they're saying these things haven't been done since Peyton Manning in 2006.
Peyton Manning.
That's how bad they are, bro. They let Daniel Jones look like
Peyton
Peyton Manning, bro.
It was done at halftime. At halftime, he was already Peyton Manning. I had to sit there and listen to it for another 30 minutes about how Daniel Jones is Peyton Manning, bro. Do you know how infuriating that
He
is, bro?
completed 76% of his
Yeah,
passes.
He
that-
dropped some dimes.
Bro,
Michael
that
Pittman was
ball-
back.
Bro,
Pittman was back. That ball to Alec Pierce, bro. Oh my
Yo,
lord.
Tyler Warren is
Tyler
so
Warren-
good.
Tyler
Word
Warren
is
is
him.
so
Word
good.
is
The
Shout
Colts
out
have
to
not
him.
won a home opener 13 years.
Bro,
I think that's just the icing on the
they
cake.
did it for Jim Irsay.
There was one team you could not lose to in week one. It's the team that never wins week one.
Do
Bro.
we have an opinion on the Colts, or it's just like the Dolphins are so bad that like
I
this
think
doesn't
it's
prove
wait
anything?
and see. Like the Dolphins might be that bad.
I think it's
I
a little
think-
bit of both. I do think the Colts were severely underrated coming in, and we, kind of didn't see that one.
And the
but
Dolphins were severely
The Dolphins
overrated.
are not good at
I
football.
still think it's Daniel Jones. Like, I still think the whole thing could blow up.
right.
Yeah.
I think
I agree.
It's too early for
it's
me
a more
to.
functioning offense.
This gives them a longer leash though. This game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You talk about a guy with a long lead. Mike McDaniel, dude. What does he still do? How did he have a job at halftime? He shouldn't have had a
He
job.
should have
at
been fired
halftime,
this
man.
morning.
Bro, he
I
lost that locker
pray
room
they
last
lose,
year,
bro.
dude.
I pray they lose next week. I don't even care to look at who they
Like get
play.
blown out too.
I pray, bro.
If they get
I
blown out,
pray.
he's gone. He's gone next week. He's canned next week. Yes.
No,
So,
but they're gonna win.
But
I don't know who they're playing. I'm gonna see who they're playing. That was
Yeah, check.
wow. Yeah, the Dolphins are.
Play New England.
I have money on it.
God.
I had U.S. currency on Dolphins money line.
yeah,
They play New England.
Yeah.
Oh, New England's winning
Please.
9 games.
we didn't even cover that game. We don't need to because it was kind of uninteresting. But
Brock
like,
was cooking.
Bowers is him. Bowers is definitely him.
Transitioning over, those were some real life NFL takeaways, but this is going to be one thing we learned for fantasy football in week 1. I'm going to get it started here. Justin Herbert. I changed mine. I had one in text, but I changed it from the one I had in text. Justin Herbert is this year's league-winning quarterback. He had a phenomenal game, put up over 30 points against the Chiefs. He went 25 for 34, 73% completion percentage, 318 yards, adding 32 on the ground. And what stands out is Greg Roman changed. This is not the Greg Roman we knew it and loved but hated before. This is the Greg Roman we know now and the Greg Roman we love now. The Chargers called 41 passing plays to 18 running plays, finishing... This is one that I wrote my notes and I had chat change them up for me. Finishing with a jaw-dropping plus 15.2 pass rate over expectation. To put that into some perspective, the Bengals led the league last year at plus 8.2%. The Chargers nearly doubled that aggressiveness in one game. And it isn't an outlier because if you look back to the end of last year, the Chargers had a 48% situation neutral pass rate before their bye week. So, neutral situations where it's not an obvious run play, 48%. After the bye week, that number jumped to 59%, which was top 4 in the NFL at that time. We know Justin Herbert could sling that rock. We've seen him go for 5,000 yards in a season. We've seen him be the quarterback, too. Now Greg Roman is letting him cook. Joe Alt has that boy's back. There was a picture that dropped Justin Herbert with his new lover, Madison Beer. You know who's in the background? Joe Alt.
Me. Oh.
Joe Alt protects him everywhere he goes.
He's his actual bodyguard.
Joe Alt got that man's back. Phenomenal sliding over to left
He was
tackle, which will help him out.
Awesome.
Quentin Johnson. Lab McConkey.
And a good old friend.
Keenan Allen. And Will Disley when it was clearly Tyler Conklin. Did you guys catch on to that? But no, I mean, I think this was enough for me to see that Justin Herbert is this year's Baker Mayfield / Jared Goff. I think he's a locked and loaded top 10 quarterback who probably in some leagues you should be able to, not all leagues, but you should be able to. Sure. If you're in 10 leagues like me, one of those leagues, he's sitting on waivers 100%.
Wow.
He wasn't, I don't think Herbert was drafted in every single league. There's definitely leagues he
He's
wasn't
87% rostered.
Right. So there's
There's some leagues out there.
He's on some waivers,
There's some leagues out
100%.
there.
I think we have to look at Justin Herbert as a fantasy quarterback one going forward.
Wow.
I agree. I mean, the talent was always there. The ability, the capability of the offense was always there. It was just a matter of
Bro, he's
what
got
kind
weapons
of ball
now.
were they going to play. Yeah.
He's got real weapons now.
You know what's crazy, too? I'm the Justin Herbert hater. He was my most drafted quarterback on Underdog.
Talk.
Well, looking solid.
I don't think that the Quentin Johnston thing is fake. Like, I think he's really...
Oh, he's going to have a game or two where he costs him the game with drops.
He might. He improved a ton last year.
He did.
From his rookie year. And they were saying all training camp that he's made another jump. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be a legit wide receiver one, but, bro, can he just be a complement to what Keenan and Ladd can do? And it appears that he is. So, no, Herbert is – that was about as perfect of a game as you could ever ask for a quarterback. So
I'm happy that, like I said, we're in millions of leagues, so I'm never going to have one guy in every single league. But I'm happy that I was in on Herbert and I have a good amount of shares of Herbert because he's going to win some people some leagues this year.
Yeah.
So I was back and forth with a couple players. I'm actually looking two guys that I really, really love both on my dynasty team which I'm really happy about. But I'm gonna switch to the other one. Tyler Warren right now as a top 3 fantasy tight end. 9 targets in his first ever game, catching 7 of them. I mean, Tyler Warren didn't even get into the end zone and put up over 15 points in fantasy. He's poised to be a top 3 tight end in the league. I thought he looked great out there. I think he's going to get those red zone targets. I think they're going to start to transition with their like inside the 5 goal line work. He's going to get some goal line work at running back. He's going to get some touches. So I feel really, really good if you're a Tyler Warren owner. You're rejoicing today about how good he looked.
Rejoicing. Yeah. Tyler Warren looked great. Daniel Jones clearly loves him. And like you mentioned, going to be the red zone guy. He got a carry. I'm sure that'll, he'll break away a run at some point. Maybe.
I mean, it was his first game, and the offense is clearly constructed around him.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was surprised about how much he took away from Josh Downs. I thought that maybe they were going to be able to, and at some point it might flip a game here or there, but he really commanded the middle of that field to where Josh Downs was really not much of anything.
No, this was, we talked about it earlier with the Packers where, Jordan Love's game plan is just throw it to the open guy. This was the opposite of that. This was throw the ball to Tyler Warren.
100%.
Like, that is how we will be successful. So, yeah, I mean, top 3 is a little steep, but, I mean, if he's getting that level of work and the touchdowns come.
Kittle's missing a few weeks.
Well, I say that because Kittle's going down, and that's obviously a top 3 guy. With him going down, I mean, it's Bowers, it's McBride, and I feel pretty confident Tyler Warren could slide right into there.
He could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my overreaction is one that you actually put in the chat that I was thinking about the whole time. The running back to own for the Seattle Seahawks is no longer Kenneth Walker, and it isn't even close. I think Zach Charbonnet is going to be taking over this backfield completely, and if it's not next week, it will be at some point this season. Ken Walker is either going to get hurt or, in this game, just looked flat out ineffective. Zach Charbonnet, I believe I saw a stat that he got the most rushing yards over expected, which is not saying a lot because of the fact that he only had 39 yards in this game. Must have been the run blocking, but Zach Charbonnet actually looked good. Like, he looked more explosive. He was shedding tackles, and I think that he's proven in the past that he's a good pass catcher as well. So I think that Zach Charbonnet is definitely the guy to own in this offense, and he's going to be getting the primary work for the Seattle Seahawks.
He's been pretty healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got the build for it.
Yeah.
So.
Ken, injury, I can't argue. But one thing is, first of all, he never plays well against the Niners. And the other thing I saw is Charbonnet got majority of his work in the first 3 quarters.
Yep.
Ken, when the game got close in the fourth quarter, got the majority of his work. So it's just something to keep an eye on. I don't know.
The game was close the whole time.
Yeah, I guess, but when they had to have it, I don't know. It definitely could go the other way, but I think it might just be a dead split. So, it's tough.
It's bad for Ken Walker.
Yeah.
Oh, it is
100%.
real bad.
It's real bad for Ken because he was. I mean, I was thinking about making something about Chuba Hubbard, but it wasn't good enough to make that. But like, Ken Walker was getting drafted before Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah.
What idiots! What idiots, bro! I would never, bro. Never ever.
No.
Never ever.
I don't have a single Ken Walker in any.
I don't
leagues.
either.
I think I have him in one underdog because I'm in freaking 21.
Yeah, not
so
a
I had
sheriff.
to.
He's
Not
on my
even an
dynasty.
underdog.
He's on my
Don't have a
dynasty team.
sheriff.
That's it. I didn't even take
That
him in
sucks. I'm
redraft.
sorry.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
all
going to be
good.
able to trade him.
Yeah, see what I can do. I also pivoted off of my guy in the chat. My fantasy takeaway is that Garrett Wilson is locked and loaded to be a wide receiver 1. The volume was never a question, and I just think the only question was, how good is this passing offense going to be? We know Garrett Wilson's going to get 150, 160, 170 targets, but what kind of targets will those be? Well, if it's anything like we saw yesterday, they're going to be some pretty damn good targets. Justin Fields had the best passing game of his career. He was great. He was getting the ball out quick. We talked about him a lot before. Garrett Wilson in this one, he had, let me just pull up his stats real quick because for some reason I got rid of them. He had 9 targets, 7 receptions, 95 yards, and a touchdown. It was pretty close to getting another touchdown. So I think Garrett Wilson locked and loaded wide receiver 1. And his next stretch of games, you got Buffalo, who just saw Zay Flowers get 28 fantasy points. Tampa Bay, who is secondary is garbage. Miami, do I even need to say more? Dallas, who okay, they're solid, but Garrett Wilson can go off against those guys. Denver's got a great defense. Then Carolina, Cincinnati. It's up for Garrett Wilson. Locked and loaded wide receiver 1. Trade for him now because you're not going to get the opportunity to do it after this.
I don't.
You come out of the bye against Cleveland too.
Yeah.
It's another good one.
I just don't know how I feel about it. Like I don't.
You're me on the wrong side of history. That's fine.
Amen.
It really looked great yesterday.
I gotta see another game of Justin Fields looking like a competent passer before I.
It's just that he did it against the Steelers. That's
No,
you know what I mean. Like this
agreed,
isn't Miami. It's not. You know what I mean. Like
I agree.
You called them the best defense in the league.
Steelers? No, I did. No, you're right. I'm just saying like a lot of weird things happen in week 1. So
Like the Dolphins struggling the way
oh
they
yeah,
did.
yeah.
weird things happen in
A
week
lot
1
of
all the
weird
time.
I
things.
I'm
agree.
just
I don't
saying.
think Justin Fields is going to be an elite passer, but the question was, can he be good enough to get Garrett Wilson some
To be able-
scores?
Garrett
and all?
Wilson's not going to be an elite passer, but you know.
Did I say
said
Garrett
Justin
Wilson?
Fields.
No, he said Garrett Wilson.
No.
I definitely said Justin Fields.
Yeah, he was
You
good.
goofball.
No,
Come on.
Okay.
No, he's good. He's
Okay.
good.
Yes.
You were good.
Idiot.
I don't think so.
Even if you didn't say it, I think we picked up what you were
Yeah,
saying. So it's
but-
all right.
Yeah, I think Justin Fields can be good enough to sustain the offense, keep Garrett on the field, and get him some touchdowns. And that's all we need. We know the talent's
We
there. We know
agree.
the competition's there.
My bank account needs it so bad.
He's my most drafted player in Underdog, too. Me, you, and Pete both. Me, you, and Pete, all three of us.
Let me see Justin do it again, and then
Sure.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but you won't be able to
I
trade
did
for Garrett.
draft. I did draft Justin Fields in a lot of leagues. I believed in Fields' fantasy upside.
You won't be able to get Garrett Wilson after this week, though. Price will be way
Might be
too high.
right. We'll see what happens. If he sucks and they don't look good, so much for that.
Sure.
All right, that's everything. We're
Yep.
all good. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow us on all of our socials. I hope you guys all enjoyed week 1. And with that,
Ball game.
Ball game.